Right, so welcome to the Invasion Session 22. I'm Ryan, the GM. It is the 7th of October 2020. I guess that's everything I say, so here are the players.
Hi there, my name is Gregor. I play Adair, who is a Air Genasi who used to be a bit of a rogue and just going through all kinds of weird changes now and suffers from terrible headaches.
Good evening, my name is Hansan. Tonight, quite the Skaven. Still pretty terrible at
Good evening. My name's Colin, and similarly, I will also be playing a character, specifically Vanguard, who is a dwarven cleric of sorts.
Fair. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, I think that's more or less accurate.
Yeah. Right, what happened last time, guys?
Killed some pirates.
And my favourite words.
A Roman legionnaire emerged from a boat and said things about Bitey.
I mean, yeah, like I guess so. Like, I don't know if I would.
Healing.
Yeah, yep. I wouldn't necessarily say Roman Legionnaire, but I know you will.
I would, and did, actually.
Mhm.
And he looks like that to me, and also possibly some sort of paladin.
Mhm.
Not also as in addition, also as in he, I think, also is a paladin of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe like a very butch priest.
That's the class I next want to play. I was going to say it. So I next want to play in D&D. I want to play what class? Butch priest, please.
Power word flex.
It's power word bra. Oh dear.
Stop, bra.
So good. Fleabite, anything else happen worthy of note last time?
I think yeah, it is worth the Roman dude was fairly helpful and part of that. Feel like it should be noted that he does seem fairly. Things coming from the sea. I sort of got the impression that was the first wave.
I will not excuse that.
That would not be excused, no. How dare you?
Thank you. I'm really not sure. Is this going to like? Do we now have to? Is this like firefight? Do we have to?
I like horde modes. That's great.
Yeah.
Except that this isn't a spell slot based game. Oh no.
Yeah. But I mean, like, this is why Eldritch Blast exists, right? For spell slot based games. Poor Scott. I'll give him a wee F in chat. There you go. There you go, Scott. Terrible. Right, okay. I think that's a good enough catch up. Let us quickly run over what the goals currently are. So, general goals. Fleabite learned to make the special tea. Vanguard convinced the party to aid the Gith in fighting the Illithid. Eskil persuade group to help in destroying the Watchers. Personal goals, nothing for Adair. Fleabite kill more bad than Blue Wind Thing. Vanguard convince these weirdos I'm worth listening to. Eskil regain the trail of the Watchers. It's all good so far.
I think the third general goal, persuade the group to help in destroying the Watchers. I've seen season 7, and sorry.
I knew you'd enjoy that. I knew. Yeah. Okay.
Someday I will get bored of making Buffy references. But
I don't think you will. I'm gonna just put that out there.
It's been a long time and I haven't got bored yet.
Yeah?
So probably not.
Like,
I don't think it's possible.
Yeah. Plus, like, I mean, my personal favourite between us really is What's Her Rogue Demon? Is probably one of my favourites between us.
Yeah.
Because it comes up more often than you'd have thought. But I guess that's the D&D part of our lives, I guess. Anyway, so there's our goals at the moment. Obviously, feel free to peruse and have a think about them for the end of the session, and we'll just get stuck right back in where we were. Wabam. Look at that.
Ooh, look at that.
Just maneuver the map ever so slightly.
Life truly is a beach. Life's a show. Your part.
I cannot believe that Uno is dead.
Poor Uno. Just maneuver.
It's okay, we've still got DOS.
Let's see. Right.
Can I why did the art guy kill the horse?
Station. Amusement.
What an absolute...
There was a horse in the way.
I was going to say,
any of these.
horses, A, they were blocking line of sight, and B, they can kick. So, mostly that, I guess.
He didn't know what Unos could do. He
You
didn't know Unos.
do not know his equestrian background,
That's true.
you know? Could be a horse orc. Wabam. Put that into place there. I think since there's two of them, I'm just going to give them individual ones. Because why not? Excitement. Although, I feel like we got, like, did we pause? I think did we actually pause on that particular turn? I think we did. Because it was him giving dialogue, wasn't it? So that was his turn
There
over.
was dialoguing, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So we are starting with Vanguard. What I'll do is I'll switch the symbols though, which is possibly dangerous if you know where Eskel actually is in the map. So he's gonna suddenly, the symbols, a deer had.
Symbols to the...
Weird how that happens.
Oh, wow.
So strange.
It's like some sort of ailment that passes from one individual to the other.
It
It goes around.
Oh man, yes. Yes, some kind of, perhaps, mind-addling. Who knows?
Okay. So
Vanguard, yeah, you're up, buddy.
it is the go of Vanguard, and Vanguard will... That's a good question, actually. What will I do? Because my spell slots are fast running out. Anyone have any suggestions over what might be helpful? I could do a little bit of healing, but I'm not sure how much is needed. I could do with a little bit myself. True.
Like, it's not like a deal breaker me putting the session like numbers in. I just like it because it means if you ever scroll back, you have a really nice indicator of when things happened.
So I appear to have 2 level 1s and 1 level 2 left.
That's okay, that's reasonable.
Now these guys are quite split up. You know, one half the map, other half the map. I'm not going to be able to hit them both in tango. Clearly.
No, and your half of the map's looking pretty much you.
It is, isn't it? I don't like it when that happens.
I forgot we
It's
used
okay,
the
I like
fat
to
man
run
symbol.
around a lot.
The fat man symbol and flea bite. It's just so entertaining.
So what I think I will do first is move.
Yeah, it's a strong start, yeah.
Or 30. So I'm in range for a number of things. So I might cast something on it and then move.
Strong. Strong, I like it.
Not damaged yet, presumably, so Toll the Dead isn't a good choice.
Again, like a D8 isn't the worst though, right?
Yeah, but I have better options, I think. Can they fall prone?
I don't know if you would know that.
Sure.
I don't.
Would I roll to
I
see if
was
I
gonna
know
say
that?
I also don't know if I know that.
Okay.
I'll answer that in a second though. I need to just pip these so I know which one goes first. I'm gonna give that one a flag.
He's been pipped.
It's just weirdly it's the one I rolled, right? That goes first. I don't know why I rolled that one first and not the left one, but
I'll tell
that's
you
weird.
what. I want to use Chill Touch on it while I can still see.
Before you do anything though, I will say if you wanted to roll, I don't know, Arcana, most likely.
Okay.
If you can pass a 15, I'll give you that much. I can give you like
Not a big Arcana guy, but I will roll
I can give you a
Arcana.
bunch of stuff. This would be your. I was gonna say this would be your action, just so you know.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
That's fair.
Oofed.
Okay. No,
That is
that's
fair,
good.
though.
No, it's a good roll though, right?
I've got good range in this ability anyway. So.
Oh, of course I can't. What do you call it? Copy paste. Apparently.
So my movement takes me to there.
I'll give you this for that roll. I think that's
also
pretty
move
good.
to here.
I'll put this in TI chat, right, and Discord. There you go, buddy.
Ah, thank you.
I'll give you all of that.
Okay, so this thing is not going to be easy to crowd control, but maybe it doesn't say anything about I can't make it go in a direction it doesn't want to go. So I could maybe infest it. Okay, what I will do then before I end my turn is I will ask the group, anyone in need of healing?
Yes. For some reason, I'm just waking up. I have no idea what is happening.
Chaos. Chaos is happening.
What is happening to Unos? Oh no, he's dead.
It's all been a bit unpleasant, he'll say, and
Where
make
is
a
my
sort of
friend?
gesture towards you and rolls. Gonna use my last level 2 here on
Oofed.
healing word. Because
Nice.
it's bonus, right?
Yeah,
It is.
it's doable. 7
oh
health.
God, 1 from the. Oh well. 7 health though.
7 health.
Give
Yeah.
yourself 7 wee health points there, son. And
I
that's me
feel
out of level
better.
2 things. And that's my turn.
Did you add your health, buddy?
Yep, it should show
What
up.
are my pips? Should I be pipped for broken shield and concentration? Because I think I'd stopped concentrating.
Isn't that you with, I want to say, Shield of Faith?
Oh, I did Shield of Faith, you're correct. Sorry, I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, like, I feel like,
I think you're right.
yeah, it's above Shield of Faith, and because it's 10 minutes, we didn't put it in the tracker.
Yeah, because it'll last.
What I think I'll start doing, right, guys, see if we do have that, maybe we will put everything in, even if it, like, so that we remember, right?
Yeah, no, it's fair, because, you know, sometimes it's not even a week between sessions, so...
I was going to say, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put that there, but I'm not going to put a number in. It doesn't matter, the number. Right, it's going to be 100 rounds or something ridiculous, so it really does not matter. So I'll just do that there so we know that's on.
Cool. Well, that is my turn. Completed.
Okay. And flea bite of the many.
Flea bite of many colours.
Oh, there's at least 4 you can see flea bites.
Oh yeah, he did.
As much as you can ever really see.
Yeah.
I think Adair would let out a sort of startled scream of "Ah! What? No! There's more now!"
And I think Fleabite probably was like pawing down at him, and he starts at it there.
Oh, mate.
Ow.
How does this hit
Does
him?
does this mean that Fleabite now thinks he revives Adair? Like,
Definitely. yes. You're welcome. Wielding.
What did you do? No!
I wake up. I wake you up. Fleabite bestias.
No, what is going on?
the fact that 4 of them are saying that to you is probably terrifying.
Adair's kind of
That's,
just ready to get back down the ground and just crawl up. And
This chap says these elemental creatures are trouble.
whoa.
Is that fine to?
So, here's the thing. Where is it you want to end up? Right in front of it?
Within range of the element.
Okay, so
5 feet of the element.
I don't know if you can get there because I feel like I've been saying dead bodies are difficult terrain. Like, I definitely feel like I've been saying that. So I think you're going to be short by 1. I mean, if you want to just, you could jump, right?
Really, and a corpse short.
Why don't you jump? We've never
What are
seen
you
it.
planning to do to it? Just charging that one.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we should totally jump, right? Like those are rules that never come up.
See, I was picturing him parkouring it.
Cheat sheet up.
Oh, sorry?
The one time I don't have the action cheat sheet up for those work.
So
See, because there's 4 of them, can't you like parkour off each other and?
no, because they don't exist.
Ah! Oh wait, that's good news. Never mind.
They're illusions, buddy. Illusions, Michael. I'll put it into TI chat for you, bud. So what's your strength score?
Strength 4 is 14.
Okay, right, so 14. And then what have we got here? So you can cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can leap half that distance, doesn't matter. May involve a DC strength athletics to clear a low obstacle not taller than a quarter of the jump's height. You hit the obstacle in a failed check. May involve a DC 10 acrobatics to land on your feet in difficult terrain, blah 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 blah. So let's have a look at what we're dealing with here. Right? Yeah, I think you could manage that, right? Because that would be it. Like it would be 5, 10, jump to get there, right? And that's fine because you can jump 10, because you can jump 2 squares. You just can't jump 3. By 1 point, you can't jump 3, which is lame. And then move the last 2. Why not do that?
So I guess I move here. Oh no, it's not a roll. I just can't.
So
Or do I have to make an acrobatics save?
you need to make a strength check, which is a DC 10. Because you're small and that's a boat.
So sorry.
Strength check, not a save. Oh, yeah, sorry, athletics, yes. Athletics, yes.
Really wish it.
That's if it's dodgy landings. Look at that.
Hey.
Look at that. It's good. So
I'm getting scared. That's 2 20s.
I was gonna say, Adair, yeah, no pressure, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
But we're expecting a 20.
You should worry when it's 4 20s.
Oh.
Isn't that specifically when you shouldn't worry?
I mean, yeah, so here.
Phrasing.
These kids with their wacky backy.
I couldn't possibly condone any of this on Twitch.
Use drugs, kids.
Don't.
Caffeine's a drug.
Mm.
Then I think I will.
Tango's a drug.
My good friend Tam did actually tell border control that when they were like randomly searching us, and when I say randomly, we were 2 visibly hungover adult males, right? So they were like, they might be in drugs, and the guard asked, do you use any drugs? And Tam, whom you've spoken to, Ryan, immediately went, caffeine's a drug. And I just didn't answer. I just thought, right, this is perfect. I don't have to lie now because she's too busy dealing with him.
Fleabag?
He walked off uncomfortably.
Yep, I'm just going to.
Also, I don't actually condone drug use, except that I do sort of. Just be careful, kids. Don't do heroin.
Yeah. Just stick to caffeine.
Colin, I highly expect you to rebuild my Twitch channel when I have to make a new one. Okay.
I said don't do heroin. Listen, heroin is a bad idea.
Just stop saying drugs. That's it. Fleabite, take your turn, please.
So I redeem some triumph for inspiration.
Let me go and approve such a request.
I'll have to approve the inspiration transfer.
I actually do.
Probably a bit of a waste. I just want to be able to use sneak attack if I...
Okay, yeah.
Kill.
Let's see, and then I'll attack with my Fingers of Sorrow of Hands.
Okay.
Oh, that was...
I mean, the additional one is, yeah. No, you hit, buddy.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Okay, 2 seconds. Into the thing that involves the health.
So that hasn't taken... attack.
Okay. Why don't you just roll your sneak attack dice? Because I'll add it in.
Oh no.
Hey,
You
it's
only have one. Yeah, you do.
he's only 1 level. Right, okay, so 2 seconds before we move on. Let's see, it's one of those and one of those. Okay, so this is 2 lightning damage and 2 thunder damage you take
Okay.
by connecting with it.
Right.
A creature that touches the spirit or hits it with a melee attack.
Wait. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Unfortunate thing about hitting a storm.
Mhm.
But that I still keep my my mates.
This is just damage.
Yeah.
This isn't
I
an
mean,
attack.
It's just straight to me because I was the one that touched it. So yeah.
Is your thing a concentration?
Nope, it is not. 10 turns. Regardless.
Yeah, there you go. Then there's nothing else to worry about, right? Like they don't disappear because there's no attack, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're sorted. Sorted.
Okay.
It's a weird thing, right? Like just the concept of like stabbing a storm, isn't it? Like just walking up and like, you know, even if they're like magic daggers like Fleabite has, just leading in and just squashing them, like electroplating them.
Does it first stand up because of the static?
I mean, I feel like comedically while he does that, probably. But maybe Fleabite thinks that's the latest style.
I mean, I feel like there's enough like grease. It's just dirt.
To act as a conductor?
No, it's natural armor, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So something that I've never actually like thought of because I almost never use the daggers is that because they have light property, does that mean you bonus action the offhanded?
So you can't, because you technically don't have 2. You've got 1 that can magically be 2 for being 2-handed, right? So I'll explain this for everybody in case people need to like understand, but Fleabite's dagger is a dagger that can become 2 because it's like the way a warhammer can be held 1-handed or 2-handed. His daggers can become 1-handed or 2-handed, which means if he threw his dagger, he'd be throwing both, right? But he doesn't get to. He wouldn't have a spare one in his hand. He'd have to have thrown both as 1 attack. And yeah,
That's confusing.
it's not. You just need to think of it as a warhammer that is a dagger, and it makes a lot of sense. The reason for this will make sense later in game when he wants to wield one with his tail, and he needs the action economy to work out. So thematically, he has 3.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Deathmaster Snitch. I've actually got
Yeah.
Deathmaster Snitch right in front of me right now.
So there you go. That is why.
I have one
He-
of the old many of them as well, somewhere over there. Ah! I've knocked over some pounds.
Which is why technically he doesn't dual wield. He has a 2-handed weapon.
Okay,
Yes. Yes. It's
I see.
it's a bit different.
I see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
GM magic.
that's like probably one of like the only times I ever don't get to use the bonus action. Yeah.
But if you did decide to pick up another dagger, right, or just draw another dagger, right, then you could use Tears of Sorrow one-handed and your other dagger one-handed. Same idea.
How does that work in obviously you can use the move to pick up the dagger to draw a dagger.
Mhm.
Do I have do we decide do I have to do anything? Do I have to use a move to dematerialize the other one?
No, that's just as with being able to put your hand on another weapon or not. There's no economy built into that other than having the hand free. Because as I said,
So
there is no movement required or like no actual economy or like cost to you taking a hand off of your warhammer or putting it back on. So the same works for your daggers. It just makes a second dagger, or doesn't.
so could I draw another dagger?
Do you have another dagger on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you could.
Old wee stabber.
Mhm.
Yes. Could I make bonus attack offhand?
Yeah, I think this doesn't get your modifier. I think if I'm remembering correctly, like for the damage. If I remember two-handed correctly.
You're correctly, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm correctly. Thank you.
Right. If you have certain traits from some classes, or like
Basically, the dual wielder.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, so make an attack with your like a normal dagger.
Oh, sorry. But
Okay.
so it's a 7.
That's fine. At least you have it though. Right. I'll need to look into. In fact, it is just as a bonus action. It's not. It doesn't like. It's not an immediately after, is it? It will just be for like making an attack with another weapon.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Just if it was an immediately after, that wouldn't have been possible that particular turn because it means you couldn't two-handed get rid of one of it. Obviously, action-wise, this way that does make sense, but like, yeah, it's because your dagger's jank. You've got a jank dagger. We know this.
It's very fleet-bite.
Yeah. Anything else, buddy?
No thanks.
Okay. I know. I find that funny too, but it's fine.
That was good. I liked it.
It's good. Right. Okay. So, Spirit of the Storm. Wabam.
I knew that was in that.
And worse still. Wabam.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You guys just got real close.
Mm-hmm. So,
What the fuck happened? I'm confused.
let's see. This is straight to you. That's thunder, so lightning and thunder. I think the lightning's first. Yep, lightning then thunder.
Okay.
Yep. So you're in the storm just now, right? So that happens straight
okay,
away.
so it's that's why I can't see it, right? Okay, I
Yes.
thought something was wrong.
What
Sorry.
I'll do is
that
I'll
confused- Okay, 22.
I'll move you over. I'll put it up.
No, it's all right. I get it now. Just now that I'm consciously aware of it.
So yeah, it is there, and that is what it does. As it enters the same space as you, so you're literally in the middle of the storm, and then, excuse me, and it just does whabam, and it misses somehow. Probably because you're in it.
I mean, yeah,
That seems fair. Yeah.
Slamming itself. It's already done enough damage for this turn, I think, personally.
Also, I need a wee con save
Oh, con save. Okay, certainly.
for your concentration, because you took damage. DC 10, obviously.
On 11.
Look at that! Whabam. Nothing to worry about. I think, for some reason, the storm overtook Fleabite's mirror image. So I'll just switch that around properly. Click, and then click. Obviously, Eskel's over there snoozing against the boat. And then we've got Fleabite. So, weirdly, this one's going to do the exact same. Who would have thought? I'll put it to the front as well. Whabam!
So how is that working?
It's one of its abilities. That's why.
I know, but specifically for Fleabite with his. Obviously,
It's because you're standing in a field of electricity. That's what it is.
Okay, so in this, Fleabite is not 5 by 5, 5 foot by 5 foot, but he is sort of, or the field of electricity is.
I feel like you just need to accept that when it's on your square, you're inside it. Yeah, and it's 3 lightning and 1 thunder. But
Oh, I forgot to use my fucking reaction. Not that that matters now. Sorry.
that's okay. What would it have been?
Just to damage it. I will remember next turn, my friends.
Oh yeah, your spores.
Does
What?
Wild Shape provoke opportunity attacks?
I don't think so. No.
I didn't think it did. No, so I could Wild Shape and that would get me my temp HP and my better spores.
Probably, yeah.
Might be a good idea.
It's if you're it's only like ranged attacks, right? Anyway, so that was it's. So the thing it's got called Storm form is what's giving it all these fancy abilities for your information, Fleabite. Maybe when the fight's over, I'll be kind enough to share it, or if you rolled high enough on maybe some kind of Arcana check, maybe you could learn that.
I feel like even if Fleabite critically succeeds, various modifiers against Fleabite's intelligence.
What is the highest you can roll in Arcana, right?
19.
Okay, yeah, like I think if you got a 15 specifically for this with an action, I'd give you it, right? I'd give you the whole, because there's a whole paragraph. There's more text here than there was that Vanguard got. So yeah, but also then this. So how does mirror image work? Because I'm about to make an attack against you.
So when a creature targets you with an attack spell's duration, roll a d20 whether the attack instead targets one.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to let you roll the d20. Right. I think that seems like a thing that should happen first, right? And then, do you want to paste mirror image again as well?
Yeah, I was just.
So there's a 14. Good.
Oh, dang it.
Isn't that good?
Yes, but well, kind of.
Well, we'll find out. Paste mirror image and we'll see. Hopefully it's going to be good. Okay, so where are we? Roll a d20.
It's 6 or higher.
Okay, right. So do you want to type that you're down to, 2 duplicates now?
Well, it has to attack. Has to
Yeah.
hit it first.
Whabam.
Ah. 10 plus your dex mod. Ah, what? Wait. Let's wait.
What is your dex mod?
Ah, it's 3. Damn it.
So I literally just hit.
Just.
Oofed. Literally just. Whabam. I don't think I even need to roll damage to it, because I think they just
No,
go.
you don't.
Well, I did anyway. Okay. Okay, do you want to write 2 duplicates or 2 dupes or something that's a bit... 2 mates, there we go, cool. That's good enough. Just as I can track it a bit better. Yeah, and I think it's happy there, to be honest. Adair, welcome back, buddy.
Hello.
So you've got two of your teammates who are now actually in like fucking little maelstrom funnels. Yeah.
Can I see them? Like, can I separate the two?
That's a very good question. Let me have a read.
I mean, I think while you read, Adair's first response is, "Why the hell was there so many flea beats? Who the hell is this guy here? What is going? Why is everyone dead? What did I miss?"
Yeah, and I think like it doesn't say you can't see them, so that's fine. Because it doesn't say like it's obscuring of any kind. It's just in their square. Because it says like you can enter their square and stop there. So there you have it. I just like the imagery of them being stuck in this funnel. I think when you say all this, that guy, the unknown entity man, like, you know, mid-battle turns and says, "Defeat the storms, and then we will talk."
Who the hell are you? What's going on? Okay, right. Why are they on my friends? What's going on? Okay, you've had enough. And you witness him sort of crouch down a wee bit and then suddenly jump up. And I'm casting Levitate.
Oofed. Oofed. Big magic action.
Is it big magic or is it natural?
Oh, it is magical, yeah. Like, anything that isn't something that we are likely to be able to pull off is considered magic.
Okay.
What's this? Another crazy amount of turns, isn't it?
Say again, sorry?
It's another crazy amount of turns, and it's concentration and all that nonsense, so... Sure, I'm just going to put it in, actually, as 100 turns, because here we are.
I probably just look at him as he does that and kind of go,
Plus, like, for you, that would be an example of, like, one of the ancients of the world, right? Like the Genasi. Keep in mind, they are the ancients of this world. Having the bloodline activate again, right? And having somebody, like, just kick off the ground with, like, fucking wind magic. This is when he goes, "Do you know what happens to a flea bit when he is hit by lightning?" Well, nothing, because I have no lightning.
As I'm levitating, would you like me to put myself with these wings that happen to be here?
Yes, and concentration.
Which one are we using for concentration?
The little thinking men. The little kind of like question. There you go, perfect. Cool. Now, the other thing that I want to do is I want to track your height as well. So we'll deal with that. Where are you using Levitate to move up or down at the moment, or?
Yeah, I'm going straight up.
Okay, so you want to go up 20 feet.
Yeah.
Which is what you can move. So 20 foot. I'll do that just now, and then we'll
actually, because I'm going straight up, when it comes to distance, when I'm just doing a normal check, like say I do that, that's 20. Do I actually make that 40 because I'm 20 feet up?
We will deal with that when it matters.
Okay.
So.
I'm confused and frightened.
Aren't we all?
Right, what else has happened, bud, on your turn?
That is me.
Cool. I just love that you wake up, look around, say all this, get this guy and goes, "Ah, I understand. My people need me." Just up you go. What does it look like when you activate? Like, levitate?
I mean, I was thinking the reverse of a superhero landing.
That's what it sounded like, yeah.
So it's that way I kind of went down, then just go straight up, and then I'm just floating up there.
I think the reverse of a superhero landing was in the Matrix. I think it was Neo.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Right? Like, I definitely think he did that, you know, down, fist, clenched, after it, was it in the, I think, the second Matrix movie that did exist?
Yeah, I've only seen clips.
Thing, though.
Yeah! They might have done that, actually, yeah. That's
which I feel like just justifies it's the opposite of a superhero landing, it's a superhero takeoff, right?
Superhero takeoff, yes. I'm good with that. The only time Adair gets to be a superhero.
Let's see. 2 seconds. See if this actually works.
So what are you planning to do from up there?
I have a hand crossbow.
Okay.
And I have.
I was waiting for just nothing, just leaving.
No, niet. I'm good up here. I just watch what's going. Where is my friend? Oh, he's over there. He's asleep.
Yeah, because that's what I was imagining in TI chat.
Ah, nice.
And the Superman reference, by the way, Fleabite, I think is directly to the part where he like flies with his fist in front of him only.
Yeah, which is very Superman to
yeah.
be fair.
I don't think it's specifically to that takeoff. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. I think it's just when he's flying with his fist out in front of him.
Hello, am I audible?
You are indeed. So,
yeah, because my audio just suddenly started coming out of the.
Oh, welcome to the room. Anyway, dear, anything else happening?
Unfortunately, that is all I can do because I believe I can't do a bonus action. Yep, that's me. I'm up in the air. I'm witnessing all this, and yeah.
Okay, so are you gonna put your rapier away? Are you gonna pull out your hand crossbow? Any of that nonsense? Yeah.
Yes. Once I'm up there, my rapier's away and my hand crossbow. I'm going to pull out.
Okay, so you can do like one of those, buddy. What one?
Okay.
I'd suggest putting the rapier away.
I'll put the rapier away. Yes.
Yep. Because you could have obviously just rapier in hand and pull hand crossbow, but then you can't reload it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Levity takes down this guy. Okay, who does he think's in more danger? Okay,
where'd the blue guy go?
Let's see. 1 D2. So 1 he helps Vanguard, 2 he helps Fleabite. I genuinely thought it was going to help Fleabite, but here we are. Right. What is he going to do? Yeah, okay, so he's not gonna do that, he's gonna go Wibam. Yeah, and this thing is gonna then have to click on a button. What is it? A dexterity save. Wibam. Well, he tried. And he's happy there, having watched Fleabite be electrocuted. And considering he has, like, you know, a long sword according to his stats, but clearly his art gave him the spear. Vanguard, we're back to you.
Yes. So, I think I want to use my action to activate my spory form thing. So bear with me 1 second to double check what the stat gain from that is again. Not stat gain, the health gain from that is again.
Feel free to paste it in as well if it's going to get used regardless, so we can all have a wee perusal.
Right. Let's see. In this. No, that one.
Gotta love creepy druid, right? Yes, he has a spore druid.
Oh no, it is. Yeah. It's symbiotic entity is the one. Let me. Yeah, second level again, ability to channel, blah blah blah. Use your wild shape rather than take the form of beast. Gain 4 temporary hit points for each level you have in this class. So that'd be 2, so it'd be 8. While this feature is active, you gain the following benefits. When you deal damage with your Helo spores, roll the damage die a second time and add total. Your melee weapon attacks deal an extra 1d6 poison damage to any target that you hit.
Nice.
So it's lasts for 10 minutes or until you use Wild Shape.
Let me add that one then.
So 8 temporary hit points.
So, sim, I'm just gonna write symbiote, right? That feels
That uses my action.
symbiotic entity. I'll just type in the whole thing, why not? And how was it? A 10-minute, a 1 minute? 10 minutes, isn't it?
10 minutes, yeah.
I'll pop that under you. That goes under Shield of Faith, because it's the second thing to go in. I'll pop that in at 100 as well.
And I want to heal myself using bonus action.
Okay, okay.
So
Did you put your temp HP in the right box?
The temp box, yeah.
Good man.
So I'm going to heal myself now with Healing Word.
Okay. I'll move. Here's here.
One of the thingies. Using a first level slot because that's all I've got left. So 7 healing from Healing Word.
Which is the same as your second level
1
healing.
Yeah, which brings me to 1 slot remaining at first level.
Only one slot available.
Yeah.
Lots of magic happening with you just now, though, right? Like you've got your Shields of Faith, you've got your spores.
Yes. So I should be able. I've got my quarterstaff active, so I should be able to give him a decent whack. If I
Your
need to.
can I ask as well, like your how many wild shape uses do you get?
Oh, that's a good question. 2.
Cool. So we're
So I'll
done.
mark
Cool.
1 down. Yeah.
Perfect. It's nice having extra options for wild shape. Irangela, who's in our chat just now, who's saying much love for the Spore Druid. She is the druid from my Friday game, who also has other uses for wild shape that mostly involve fire elementals. Which is
The
very nice.
wildfire, yeah.
It's very nice. Right. Anything else, buddy?
I think that is me for just now. I think I'll be able to hold on for a little bit, but I may require some assistance.
Okay.
Bolt.
Let's see.
That my Shield of Faith timed out.
No, it's just
No.
I'm not tracking its time because it's 100
Okay.
rounds because I didn't track it when I first put it in. So
That's true. I was going to say I didn't think it.
no, it's it just doesn't have like a modifier on its maths.
Lost. Ah, there he is.
No, we should all be here. If that's your turn over,
It is indeed.
then
It is.
I would like to do some damage.
Wow. I wouldn't like it.
Wabam! Lightning then thunder.
4.
The
Okay.
name of his fists.
Okay. Damage taken.
Excellent. Click, click. Fleet out. Also,
Can
your
we
mirror
do what
image
is
isn't
reaction
ticking
get?
down for some reason. I don't know why it's not ticking down, but we're definitely on 7 and not 9 because we've been through this and it was 9 when we started this, so I don't know why it's not ticking down.
I've only had 1.
But it's been active longer than this session. You climbed a rock and summoned them.
Now I need to think.
And think out loud. You have a team, right?
So, well, clearly I don't want to stay on that square at the end of my turn.
I don't know what gave you that impression.
And annoyingly, I kind of want to stay in melee because I feel like I've got my
Yeah.
mates. That doesn't help me that much from
Mhm.
if I
Inside
just
him.
run away and range guy again. So can I make? I presume I can still just stab him even in my.
Weirdly, he's really in range.
I know. I feel like I should have advantage on hitting.
No, because then he would too. No? He just rolled exactly what needed to hit your dupe.
I know. Kill my mate. Get here for this.
It's when
So
Fleabite goes to try and
can I-
loot the body that disappears, and he's more angry about that than the fact that he got killed.
Body's gonna disappear. What? Okay, so I think could I use my bonus action to offhand attack first?
I don't think so. I don't exactly. Maybe. I feel like you asked about dual wielding way back at the start of this game, and I told you that was your homework. So, I feel like that was on you to learn.
And I did, and I can tell you that I can.
I see. Okay. So, then you're lying, because on that cheat sheet, the offhand attack is only usable if you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon you're holding in one hand. So, there you go, buddy. At her lies.
In that case, can I stow dagger?
Mhm.
And the other my magic
Mhm.
just materializes back into my hand, I guess.
Weirdly, nobody's ever seen Fleabite with 2 magic daggers. I think it's just Fleabite that sees this, but we know. It makes him just do that extra possible 2 damage.
And I think regular attack.
Okay. I mean, spending more triumph, right? If you want to buy more triumph, there can be an arrangement made.
Wait, Fleabite, what was it you wanted to buy there?
Just like the whole getting inspiration.
Because I think I owe you an inspiration, and I've never done this, so I'd be happy to
Don't
do
worry,
that for
don't worry
you.
about it. It's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because he's going to make you give him inspiration when you're next gambling against each other. That's what he's going to do.
Against me. It will feel so sweet.
Now that you've told me, though,
So,
I know. Hold your
like,
breath.
I'm just going to attack normally.
Okay.
And I'm going to I guess I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
Nimbleness, right? Yep.
I was just gonna go like here. Or do you want me to do that?
I'd prefer to do that, yeah.
Here.
Whatever works for you, buddy. You and your, 2 buddies.
Yeah.
What that?
Zaps sting.
Imagine like half of his fur standing on end, the other half's just wet. Oh dear. It's good. Tick. Yeah, now it ticks down. What? Fucking weird. Okay. Anyway. This thing probably just attacks. Call it, I imagine. Or Vanguard, I should say, really. Let's see.
Which thing?
Webam.
The one on top of me?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, well I wanted to use my reaction there.
What's the what is the move you're looking to do?
I want to Halo of Spores it.
Okay.
If I can
Paste. Rightio.
Just as it starts its turn, within 10 space or within 10 feet of me.
Oh, it does. It does that. Yep.
Because of my thing, I will be dealing the 1d4 twice. So I will roll 1d4.
Is it
Fuck.
rolling twice? I need to read that again, or is it just doubling it? It was rolling twice, right? Yeah. Roll the damage a second time. Yeah.
So I want to. Why is this not just letting me do a standard d4 roll? Thank you.
There you go.
5.
That's necrotic, yeah.
It is correct. And
Isn't it nice that it doesn't count as like a melee attack or anything?
Yeah. It's a lovely little thing to have, even though it's not much damage.
But it is nice because it's kind of consistent, right? I like it a
Yeah.
lot.
And pretty much free. I mean, it's your reaction. Admittedly, there are other things you can use that for.
But it's still good. It's one of the things that really attracted me to the Spore Druid, to be honest. I think it's great. Right, cool. I think that's everything it can do, so I think it's just gonna do that. And then does it make a difference? Yeah, I think it is just gonna do that. I think it's can I just move one over? It doesn't need to worry about your attack of opportunity. Because he's used his reaction.
This clever.
Uh,
Clever girl.
Thank you. Excellent. The triangle of Fleabite's friendship. Eskel is asleep. And then let's see. It's gonna go here. And then it's gonna do its thing to Fleabite. Wabam. Feel free to electrocute and then thunder damage Fleabite a bit for me, please. Let me know once you've done that, Alexander.
Yep.
Perfect. And then it is going to move one to there. Oh, I'm going to try and measure and not move it again. Yep. And then it is going to... Can everyone make a DC? There we go, I'll type it out. DC 12 dex save.
Comics. See. No.
Oh no!
The answer. I can't.
Oofed!
He can. No.
The bleed beads.
Fleabite is best bite. Let me make one on this
I'm not
dude.
very dexterous.
Let's find out if this guy is or not. Oh, I don't know. Wabam. Yep. He made it. That's
Bastards.
our buddy. Okay. It is, well. So, I need to do... Just paste that in. No point in hiding it now.
Okay.
Right, so I think literally only Colin is affected.
Ooh, I just realised I'm 20 feet above him.
So you are, buddy.
Yeah.
But you
I still
also,
made it.
I was gonna say, you still made it anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it. But
Yeah.
these things aren't exactly on the ground. I should probably mark that as well. They all
So is it
they move by flying, just so you know.
Oh.
Yeah,
2d4 or is it 5? Are you which convention are you?
I'm gonna be rolling, obviously.
Oh, that makes sense.
I roll for everything, unless I'm ever being a super nice GM and somebody only has so much health left, and it's a dumb thing to die to, like a bandit. So let's see. What do I need to do first? Because it doesn't say here on like a success take half or anything, so I think it is literally just Vanguard this affects. Yeah. So in total it's how many D4? 4, right? So the first 2 will be lightning, the next 2 will be thunder. Although I don't think it matters in terms of...
Okay. It's not great.
So
Going
it's the same
fifth.
if you've just taken the 2
See,
5.
no, I'm not, because I've got temporary health. So I'm on 23 health,
Okay, perfect.
and
And
I'm prone and knocked back in a random direction.
yeah, so
Which direction? Right.
do you want to roll me a d8 and I'll let you decide?
So going clockwise,
Yeah,
1,
so
2.
exactly, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Uh,
1, 2,
9,
3,
so,
4.
right, this
Oh.
way?
Oh,
So-
you landed
no.
on top of the rock.
No, you're going to get smacked into a surface, so
Yep.
for everything you should be moving, you're going to be taking some smack damage. So
Oh, no.
you'll technically hit off that and fall back where you were, right?
And then fall prone.
Yep, so you'll be prone. Okay,
What's the prone symbol again?
so also you need to do a con save just now, by the way, for your...
Yeah. I'll do
Right.
it in a second. But what's the
No, because you're going to need
again?
to do a second one in a second. The prone symbol, do you mean? Sorry.
What's the prone symbol?
It is either... It's that one. There we go.
So you want 2 con saves?
I want a con save
or
just now.
2
Just one just now.
doses of damage?
This was the
Well, I get this.
This was the initial Tempest move happening, right? Oofed. Nice.
Ooh.
Looks like we made it.
And then, let me just double check. 2 wee seconds. That's only going to be 1d6 bludgeoning. That'll be fine. That's reasonable. So let me just do a 1d6. Wabam. Take another 2 damage. This was the smacked into the rock. I like them.
21 health, lads.
And then your con save for your spell. Bam, no bother. What I liked though is the idea that like it's almost like a big kind of, as I said, vortex that swirls out, hence why you get smacked in that specific direction.
Yeah.
You know.
It's not a push away, it's a swirl, yeah.
Yeah, it's really.
It scooped me up and threw me into the rocks.
But your spell's holding tight, man. Yep, that's some
and
mighty good
thank
concentration.
God I'm quite tough.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you have taken a lot of damage in this fight, full stop.
Mm-hmm.
And healed half of it back.
Probably more than the
So,
half of it now, yeah.
He's doing his job pretty well. Even
Oh,
though
yeah.
he's mainly doing it on himself.
Hey, you got to practice on yourself first. No, wait, what? Right, so that was that one. I'm going to pip that with, let's say, purple. And that means it's use it because that's a recharge 6 move.
Okay.
So it doesn't have that now.
Another one of...
Yeah, there is, but it's not got a turn, so. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yes, just so folks know, those things technically don't have feet. They are like, they fly. So.
My levitation's pointless.
Well, no, right? Because that, like, technically, had that hit you, you were quite right in saying that it wouldn't have, right?
Hmm.
So yeah,
Suppose.
it is not pointless.
Cool.
But you've just seen
So it's-
the Vanguard get smacked into the rock.
Yeah. So the one with the purple, this one, is he the one that just did the damage?
Yeah, he just did Tempest. Yeah.
In a moment of absolute rage, just like, oh my god, I cannot believe you're doing this!
Don't you dare multi-class into Barbarian.
I wouldn't have thought of doing that to you, but maybe now. No. In this moment, even though he's holding his crossbow, he reaches out with his left hand, and I'm doing a chill touch.
Woohoo. Nice.
No touch.
You chill no touches, I'm afraid.
I chill no touch, yep.
Nah.
Every time.
I was gonna say,
Each
that
time.
spell does not like you. Stop using it.
It really doesn't,
No.
but it's my favorite.
It is a good spell, but it hates you, apparently. It hates it,
It
there
really
at least.
does hate me.
Mhm. I think we've seen so many attempts at like cold hands flying out from Adair and not a single recipient. Warm heart, buddy.
He's learning.
Warm heart.
He's learning. It's true. Despite being blue, I'm very, very hot.
Anything else, buddy?
Your code.
A
get back
last note. I'm staying where I am at maximum floaty.
Okay, cool. Is that maximum floaty? Can't you just keep going up? Or is it a maximum height? I thought you could just keep going up.
No, I know I can go up and down, phrasing, but don't believe I can go higher. Let me just double check.
In your
I think it is just up to
nothing
20 feet. Yeah, I think you're right.
Up to 20 feet, yeah.
It doesn't say like per turn.
hmm
Okay, yeah.
And
Interesting.
I don't think the part that says I can levitate weights, because this is a
Yeah, no,
race
like
thing,
I was gonna
not
say, it will be on your sheet as a thing that like it specifies like your version of it. It should be in the red text.
in the red text. Oh, I know where. Sorry, I'm reading the actual spell.
Yeah,
Um,
it should be in there.
Spiritual Domains.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, it says no components.
Let's have a nosy.
Do you want to put it in chat for everyone?
Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, like it doesn't say that. Like yeah, well, bam, there you go. I'll put it in for you. Like
Thank you.
it's not it isn't just specific to you. Interesting.
I thought it would have been.
No, that's even better. You just get kind of wind powers.
hmm
Mingle with the wind. I think I'm gonna definitely like change this to. Do you know what happens to a toad when struck by? No.
I think we know the name of this episode, though.
I
You
mean,
know what happened?
dear.
The toad gets struck by lightning. It is same as happened to other things struck by lightning.
That
Is
is
this-
good to not to get struck.
Okay, if there's nothing else, I'm taking
Mother
that.
had saying, if you go out and storm, give your friend umbrella.
That make sure made of metal.
Yep. Okay. This guy.
What metal is strong is good.
What is this guy gonna do? Let's see.
Run away.
Shake his damned head.
He is probably doing that already, but I think he's gonna be nicer and just go wabam.
Rather than SPQR, he has SMDH. Hey!
Also,
Oh,
lols.
three
leave it.
creatures.
Yeah. You can all pip yourself with a little gold circle.
Gold circle.
Yeah.
Oh, that make the-
Yeah. Exactly.
Gold circle.
Symbol.
Wow, wow, wow. It's a gold
And
symbol.
he will be concentrating. Where's the little concentrate mid face? Wabam. I'll pop that in. So we've got there bless or burless, as I've apparently typed. Bless.
Hmm.
It's a -1 calculation. Add it in. Did that actually add in? I don't think it did. Add it in. There we go. And then 10, because it's a minute. Dum, dum, dum. There we go.
No, what happened?
Does he have any fancy bonus nonsense?
Neat.
No, he doesn't, sadly. He does not. And even if he did, he would be, he's already used a spell slot. There we go. Cool. So he starts muttering stuff, and then everybody gets a nice wee aura around them, and you feel good about life. And since I do this in
That's
pretty
good.
much every game that when somebody casts this, usually it's Scott. I write it on the map just because people forget.
Blessed be indeed.
Right. So that's that guy's turn. Finger.
I cast Get Up.
It'll cost half your movement.
Oh,
It's a shame your spores can't just pick you up, isn't it?
tough stuff that, but I'll do it. I'll do it.
You get back up and you're glowing heroically.
You get back up.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
Get
down again.
down again.
So I still have one spell I can use, right? I can still have one level 1 slot. I kind of want to try and inflict wounds on the one that hasn't used its big blammy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also concerned that if I use that and blow it, that's reliable healing I could have used instead. So I'm equally tempted to just go up and try and whack the thing.
You got inspiration at all? Because obviously that's a way of trying to mitigate blowing it, isn't it?
I do have inspiration. No, I don't. But I could spend some.
Yeah, right. You could get.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll use the cheeky bit of that inspiration on Vanguard.
Oh my! I'll go and approve such a transaction.
Ooh.
Done. Approved.
Yes, it is meant to be Russian. Yeah. Look. That's what you're getting.
That's it. It's no explanation. Just look.
Sorry. So did I just press the inspiration button now?
You don't need to press anything. You just click to advantage, right? Because you're going to spend
Okay,
it straight away, right?
Okay. Right. Yes, I am.
And then you're going to
so I'm gonna
move.
go there
Yep.
with the remainder of my movement, and I am going to cast, thereby using my last spell slot, inflict windies.
Oofed.
Does it work?
Big wound action. It does. That hits.
It does, thank.
I'll give you enough to say that you definitely needed the inspiration.
I can also roll d4, actually. Forgot about that.
I'll also.
Oh well, anyway.
Also for touching me.
Yeah, that's fair. Take a mighty 8 necrotic damage.
Is this from your... Okay, that is a fairly poor roll, but that's still damage. That's good. And once.
I'm now in 16 health. I probably should just have hit it and healed, but never mind.
That's okay. So, don't you do extra damage, or is it only in weapon attacks? It's only in weapon attacks, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's okay.
Unfortunately.
No, that's okay, so long as we know. Keep in mind, also, you'd have been rolling Bless on that as well, regardless. So
Yes, that's true. That's what I was forgetting,
Yep.
the d4. Yeah.
this is why I write it in gold letters on the map, even though we still forget.
So, but, I'm probably going to melee it next turn, and I'm going to suggest that everyone else try and kill this fucker before he does a blammo on us. Because look at my health, and then look at my dex mod. I don't have a dex mod.
Shit.
So, yeah.
I need a con save, buddy.
Of course you do, sorry.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Con Savvy. Oh no! Finally! My con fails me.
Shield of
I
Faith's
am
Venetius.
unshield myself and
Oh,
unthink myself.
Like, do you want to roll? Because I think does Bless work for saving throws? It does.
Oh, it does. Sorry, but what do I need to roll?
10 is what you need a total.
So I need a 4. Okay, well, there's no point not trying.
Damn it was a possibility though, so it was worth.
There was a chance.
Because you know what would happen? Would have forgot it, went back on. Maybe that would have changed things. But nope.
To sleep, perchance, to meme.
So do we all lose our bless now? No.
No,
Because
because
he's not concentrating.
Shield of Faith was Vanguard's.
Yeah, I was shooting.
Bless is from this
my
unknown
faith
guy.
in myself.
Oh, I'm getting confused as to who's done what now.
Yeah, sorry.
So many little question mark people.
So the way to
I
try and
could've.
suss that out though is looking at the what do you call it? The turn order. After someone's
course.
name,
Yeah.
it'll have their stuff. That's why I put it after them and not before them.
That makes so much more sense to me.
Yeah. That's how I try
I
and
think
organise
actually
it.
I'm going to have to not go around whacking people because of the health issue, and I'm instead going to be using my my how have I forgotten the word? Cantrips. But yeah, that is my turnover.
I'll zoom in a bit because that seems to be where the action is for now. Okay. And tick. Flea bite.
Flea bit.
So, I know Vanguard said that, like, one of them was the greater threat. But I'm pretty sure this one is more damage.
I cannot confirm or deny such a thing, because how would you describe a big wall of water as damaged, right?
Yep.
Mm.
Or is
I'll share what I'll
might
share
be
their
almost
full art. There you go. Here's their full art. I didn't do this before, I don't know why, but there he's going TI chat. They look badass.
It's like a
Ooh.
cloud,
Yeah.
really. More even than a whirlwind. It is very much.
I think so. Yeah.
It's a tornado.
But keep in mind it is.
It's a dark cloud. No.
Keep in mind they came out of the water, right? So obviously they've got water in them. But like it is thunder and lightning. It doesn't do anything water based. So yeah.
Storm spirit. That was called. What's it
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, it's Storm Spirit. Oh.
Yeah.
Storm Spirit is a Dota character.
Okay.
So he was one of the you know how Primal.
You're
Split
doing that
did
thing where you're
the
talking
rest of
over Fleabite's turn again, though.
Oh, sorry.
And Fleabite's our quietest member.
I'm apologising. That's why.
I will join in the whacking of this one.
Phrasing.
Okay.
Attack it.
Wow.
I know you've made your piece. Whacking. Yep. A double hander. A double hander whacking.
And so I guess I just do the attack, and then if I need to, try the D4.
Like the D4 is technically automatic anyway, right? Like I don't even think it's technically optional, but sometimes you just don't need to bother. So, you do you want to roll the D4 anyway, and we'll just make sure it's all added in. Okay. So what's that? An 18 you get? You hit, buddy.
Yeah. And
Yay!
because
Take some
people are
damage.
nearby,
Yes, indeed, you get that.
click that button. Although clicking the button didn't work last time. Who knows?
There you go.
Worked that time.
Did you take your damage as well? Your 4 damage.
Oh, 4. No, I didn't.
It's okay.
May take me a wee moment.
Just let me know once you're updated.
I can't actually click my token.
No? How so?
There we are. Yeah.
I was gonna say, but this time you're not even covered. Like,
It's because he doesn't want to.
I see.
I know the feeling.
Okay, and then bam.
Hey. Ooh. I would like to use Dark One's Blessing.
Ooh.
Okay. Do you have any particular temp HP at the moment? I
No.
don't think so. Then fine. Yep. 100% get it all back. The reason I'm asking that is because it doesn't stack, so you pick either the new lot or the lot you
Right,
have.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that makes sense. And I probably wouldn't have put that together.
It's one of the weirder rules, but temp HP is weird. Yeah. So again, I think we worked out this is what
3? Yeah. So it's 4 minus 1.
cool. So yeah, 3 temp HP, which is still good. And I mean, visually, what does that even look like? Because that's probably creepy as hell.
Yeah, I guess like the 2 blades sort of stick into the cloud, and like there's like a is it thunder and what's the other damage type?
Lightning.
Lightning.
Lightning. So there's thunder and lightning. So there's like a bang when it
Mhm.
hurts Fleabite, and then like a really comical electric effect going through the
Mhm.
dagger, and then also a green sort of essence coming out of it, I guess. Which,
Mhm.
So it's like it hurts, but not as bad as it should have.
When you electrocute the rat, he glows green. Gotcha.
Um, and then in the 6 seconds of speak, definitely fingers up at the blue wind thing.
I killed you.
I love of speech. I think it means of communication. Oh dear, good. It's good. Flipping off the blue wind thing. Yep.
The blue
Thing is,
thing on
there's
top
multiple
is-
blue wind things, right, at the moment. So
Mm.
Yeah, but the blue wind thing knows which one I'm talking about.
Like I say, blue wind thing starts undoing his zip because Fleabite is right underneath him.
oh dear. Oh dear.
Wow.
He's pipped appropriately, that's fine. Anything else?
We'll all be taking golden showers.
No, Kid Brockman.
And then I guess the could I
Could you?
uh,
Perchance.
draw, if you I guess I will just let go of one dagger and
Mhm.
draw the other one
Okay.
and do a bonus attack. That one.
Cool.
I think we did it. Yeah. So I'll just do the attack.
Okay. You do not hit.
And I want it out.
On the plus side, no damage.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Which is nice.
That is a positive.
He's good. He's good.
So,
Get rid
how
of that
much
one.
did we pump into that top one? I know, phrasing. To kill it. Not a huge amount, right? They seem
No,
to
not
be
really.
quite offensively powerful and quite irritating, but not necessarily super hard to take down.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't move anywhere. That's probably the safe place.
Okay.
Done.
Eskel and this guy. So I'm going to roll a d6. Damn. He's still got that purple pip. You'll all be very glad. And
Soon
Yeah,
yellow
I've got decent
purple
decks.
pills.
it's the fact that you just get volleyed away. That's my favourite part of it, though. Right?
Yeah.
It's this the idea that it just walks up and it goes "Blah!" and everybody gets volleyed with its wee tornado move. It's very good. And I suppose Tempest kind of like gives me vibes of like water. I don't know why, but it does. Even though it shouldn't. It's purely like wind and storm based. But I feel like it's always
Yeah, the
used
storms
ocean
are often
related.
associated with rain and with
Mhm.
crashing waves. It makes
Yeah.
sense. It's a fair association.
I think it's probably just gonna. What's it gonna do? Say
You know what happens to storm elemental when it gets struck by lightning?
nothing because it's
Nothing.
got damage immunity.
Nothing at all.
Fucking dumb. So dumb.
Actually,
No. I think what it's gonna do is probably
away.
just. Well, Fleabite just killed one of its kind. So I think it's gonna. Wabam! Fleabite.
didn't just kill him. It took his soul, right?
Do you wanna
That's
roll.
what the Dark One's blessing's supposed to be, isn't it?
So what's the rules now? Do you wanna repaste mirror image for me, buddy?
So yeah, I'll repaste it, but yeah, that definitely. Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, I guess
So
I
yep,
will-
just repaste mirror. We'll read it, what the next steps are. Yep. Because there's still a chance.
There's a chance.
Yep. So we're down to. Do you want to roll your d20 while I read this? With two duplicates, it's an. Oh ho! I think I hit you. Because yeah, with two duplicates, you must roll an 8 or higher. And with one, it's 11 or higher. To be fair, it's the numbers in that. They're still pretty kind for mirror image. It's
They
a nice
are.
spell.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't rely on my
Yeah.
spell casting.
I think a lot of it's because it's illusion, right? Like a lot of it's because, for the most part, a bunch of illusion stuff doesn't care. It's only when it's trying to actually mess with someone's brain.
Illusions?
Right, I guess I'll just click that then. We're bam. 5 thunder. As you're hit with sound.
Hmm.
Na 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 na. Punch.
I just take like 2 regular and then the rest from my temporary.
It all comes from temporary first, yeah. And then rolls over. Yep. But isn't it nice to know that that thing's soul protected you from its pal's attack? There's something like deeply warlock and satisfying about that, right? Using the fallen of its kind to help. Yeah.
I feel Fleabite would tell it that.
I don't think Fleabite knows that though.
No.
Surely Fleabite would be aware of the favor blessing of the Great Horned One.
Hmm.
Which I'm not gonna, not to stereotype, but I'm assuming your patron is the Great Horned Rat.
Yes.
But considering it, Fleabite can't even access those abilities like 90% of the time.
Yeah, like Fleabite being a warlock isn't so much a conscious decision as a sure that sounds good as he transitions between worlds, you know, and gets volleyed to this one. I think that's its turn. Adair.
So we've got one left, and with everything that's going on, Adair is just going to use his crossbow.
Okay, yep.
Just nice and simple.
Our word.
That hits.
No.
Yep.
Cool.
You
I
can
just
roll
realised
bless
that's
as well.
the wrong stats, by the way. It
Is
says
it?
80. Yeah, it should be 30.
It probably should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Ah.
That is weird. Yeah, because that's like a short bow.
Yeah. That's a short bow stats, but it says hand cross. Okay, I don't know. I think it's when we changed my sheet, stuff went wrong.
Oh, the joys. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, the joys.
But you're telling me this hits.
Yeah, you can roll bless if you want, but you don't need to.
Yeah, because you're guaranteed to get at least 17 anyway as well. I think 16 would hit.
So 4 piercing.
I've added another one. I'm just gonna do this.
Ah, there we go.
That one works better, right? I'm just gonna delete your old one.
Cool.
I hope.
Sneak.
I wasn't within 5 feet.
Other people are though.
Can I still use it if other people are? I thought I had to be.
I will paste this in while I'm
That's a good
editing,
question.
and you
Get
can
on.
read. While I look for this other hand crossbow and get rid of it.
It doesn't say melee attack, does it? Must
Or
use a
range
finesse
weapon.
or a range weapon, so
Weapon.
yeah.
Yeah, if
Oh.
an enemy of the target. So it doesn't even need to be an ally of you, it's
Yeah,
just an enemy
Just needs
of
to
them.
distract them.
Yeah, the narrative is it's distracted. Yeah.
I do apologize. Ryan, will you allow me to add
Yeah.
my sneak attack?
But
What's
it
I
apology?
was gonna say you get to. Yeah. So
So just 2d6. I want to say the old-fashioned way, but let's just do that.
nice. It's a strong
Wee.
sneak attack. What we're looking at total for this is this 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I could not see where my other damaging was.
Okay. Are we sure that's the right hand crossbow damage? I'll just roll mine. It is. Yeah. Okay. So 13. 13 total. Yeah. Nice.
Adair did something.
Yeah. Like it. I mean, as much as a violent vortex can look like it was in pain, right? Looks like that was a good hit.
Sure. I mean, from my top angle, I can see tears coming from what I assume is his eyes.
Like tears in the rain.
A lot of rattling in nearby windows, you know.
Yeah.
Not that there are any, but if where?
There might be on the wall. We don't know. Yeah, the portholes.
There you go.
In a glassless world.
In a world without window, one man
Oh dear. Anyway,
rattling.
anything else?
Rattling.
That's me.
Also, just the image of you like floating in the air, levitating, like aiming a hand crossbow at something else that's equally as violent weather-wise it's a vision, you know.
Interesting vision.
Man.
Take that, you big sparky puddle.
Right. This guy. Man. Looking between you guys, you all look pretty bad. Like, health-wise.
I've been worse. I've been better.
You probably look the best, I think, out of everybody.
Huh.
Let's see.
I have had the absolute shit kicked out of me. I've just healed most of it off, so I
Yeah.
probably look pretty awful.
I think
And that's before we talk about the battle. Ha!
Right, okay,
Well-
so he is going to a healing word Vanguard with a cheeky level 3
Ooh,
Ooh.
Wabam.
who's this sorcery?
It's not that good, 7, but it's still something.
7's better than nothing, as they all say.
And then he's going to God's War healing Fleabite,
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
which will be
So it was 7, so I'm 23. And I'm
thir-
informed that nobody likes you when you're 23, and you still have your freshman year.
13 health for you, Fleabite.
How appropriate!
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, how nice is that as a combo for a turn for that guy?
Yeah, that's pretty handy.
I'd like to know his name, but you know, I'll just give him a wee thumbs up from up here.
Mhm.
We'll ask once we've finished fighting.
It's actually
Keep
just
going
a
back.
really nice move. See that War God's healing move? Man, that's such a good goddamn move. I'll
Mhm.
pip him with the purple to show that he's used something that needs a recharge. Again, I wish there was like a little rechargey symbol that made more sense. Do we have like a stop clock or something? Because I know we've got the arrow board that looks like a clock, but I wouldn't mind something that actually reminded me that something needs recharged. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, there we go. We actually do have a stop clock thing. I should probably start using.
Stop clock is right twice a day, I hear.
And he can heal twice in
Oh
a
no,
turn.
that's a stopped clock.
Anyway, I don't really take my healing back. I uncast the spell.
I can do that. I'm in charge.
Then, yeah, that's his go. Finger.
It's time.
You feel a wee bit better about life?
I do. And I think weighing up my options and weighing up my quote my staff in hand,
Mm,
I decide nothing else for it and take a big old swing.
Do you wanna-
I don't think I need my D4 on that, do I?
I mean, that's a war hammer and definitely not a staff.
Sorry, wrong one I clicked. Wrong one I clicked. It's right next to it. Hold on.
Oofed.
This is the official roll.
Do you want to also roll bless just to see how high it goes?
Yeah, sure. Let's roll 1d4. 1d4.
Okay.
Aw,
22.
Anyway.
Okay.
but still.
Quarterstaff, two-handed. Does 9 plus 1d6.
I also
for
do 8.
Poison.
So do your 1d6 as well. Nice.
So 13, and I take 8.
You do indeed. You take 8. Do
So I'm in 15.
you want to use your reaction?
Can I use my reaction?
Well, what's the trigger for it?
No, I can't use that reaction because it has to start its turn.
You're okay.
But does that count as an attack? I thought that was a reaction.
On this.
No, there's no attack roll, so it's not an attack. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it needs to be
So
like.
yeah, so I
attack.
wouldn't be able to. I don't think I'd be able to react against that anyway, right?
Yeah, that's right. So I didn't know what the trigger for yours thing was.
Yeah, it's so the trigger for
Some of them are like
the,
if you take
scores
damage, then do X.
is if they start or step into your
Right,
like,
okay,
10
in that
foot
case.
radius.
That's fine then. No.
So I think my turn is quite done now.
So is it. It is
Yay.
Wabam.
Hooray!
Yeah, right.
We did it. We did it.
So, yeah, that happens, and that thing like dissipates, and then, you know, Signor not a Roman guy just says, "Allow me to," as he's a bit out of breath to the fight, and maybe you can finally properly hear each other as well after all
Yeah.
the thunder. He goes, "Allow me to properly introduce myself," and then we go to break. So.
Nice.
I will see everybody at, what are we at just now? 20 past, so let's say 9:30. We'll take a wee 10-minute break here.
Oh, you cheeky
I-
customer.
I know, right? Imagine that. So let me just close this, move us over here, and then I'll pop us on the title screen. I'll not bother adjusting that just now. And then I will move us over to the break screen. And
jump back in.
To get out again.
So, welcome back to part 2 of the Invasion Session 22. It is the 7th of October 2020. I'm Ryan, the GM, and here are those players.
Hi, it's Gregor here, who is amazed we're back on time. And yep, I'm still Gregor, and I'm still Adair, an Air Genasi, who's going through all kinds of changes, but finally actually did something in this battle.
Good evening, my name is playing Fleabite the Skaven, who has just won his bet. Yeah.
I don't remember agreeing to that, so...
Oh dear.
He's won the war against himself.
Yes.
And yeah, hello.
Hello.
I am Colin, and I shall be playing not Lyco, which I nearly said there. I will be playing Vanguard, who is a bit of a Healy boy. Who's a bit battered at the moment, but performed quite admirably, I think, in that fight.
Yeah, I'd say so. Given somebody who cares about cutting all the maths up, you probably took a lot of damage, like possibly at least your health and maybe another half, if not more. If you ignore what you healed through and what you were healed for. So, yeah.
Yeah, not all the healing was mine. I did receive some healing. I think we all received at least one heal from him.
I think except Adair. Yeah, I think Adair didn't.
Oh, we didn't, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, most of us received a
Well,
heal
I
from
think-
him.
Adair did get some from yourself, Wagner, so
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
always appreciated.
it was,
There was healing all round.
yeah, I would say like in terms of like an after a battle report, I'd say like Vanguard does definitely tick a lot of boxes. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'm liking him. He does. I was just saying before he started recording. He definitely has a feeling of being a bit scattershot. Like he's so an jack of all trades, but he's leaning towards some of them. There's nothing he can't do aside from really be maneuverable, but some of the things he doesn't really excel at. He's not a big damage dealer. He's got okay crowd control. He's much better at taking a few hits, healing people up, sort of getting in the way. Yeah, he's kind. Yeah, I think once I sort of take like Warcaster and that, he'll be quite tanky. That'll.
it's almost like you didn't really need Warcaster when you think about the like the con saves you were pumping out as well. Like you were doing well. Those
Sure,
obviously that was
yeah.
dice luck, but like yeah, it's still.
It would be better to be less reliant on the luck, though.
Oh yeah.
Therefore, more able to get.
If
the stuff
because of the way
that's
you've built him, you're gonna want a lot of concentration protection. Yes. So yeah, Warcaster's definitely a move for you. Yep. But no, I agree. I think it was pretty good. I think everybody performed pretty damn well. Obviously, it's a shame that Jody wasn't able to like show off a bit more. But maybe it was just as well he didn't, because I think he did burn out quite quickly in the start of the fight. So having him not necessarily.
He certainly made an impact.
Well, yeah, like he did work. He definitely did.
More than Adair. Adair just ran around a lot for
I feel though that maybe this was just,
Collapsed.
yeah, like, and then weirdly you woke up and this other guy collapsed. Have we ever seen them both in the same place at the same time? No. So
Yes, but unconscious.
except for like initials. Oh, it's you. It's been a while. But anyway, right, we're back. Let's just go
So
back to
yes,
the map.
who is this dude?
So, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go and give you all XP for the fight first,
Ooh.
because that is a thing that I think I'd rather do without forgetting about it. So, let me do some maths for y'all. Okay,
Thank you.
let's get some maths did.
Not familiar with this side here. What are maths?
Something I avoid with passion.
Okay, let me just.
Can a man hold a math?
I think so.
Can he make love to a math?
I think so.
Oh.
I like the sound of this math.
You can count on it as well. That's another thing. Yep.
Oh,
I went there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh. Give yourself inspiration.
Thank you. I often do. Let's see. Some not bad XP that was pulled in, to be honest. Did I miss anything? 1, 2, 3. All of that seems calculated. Yeah. Okay, now just to do some addition. My least favourite part of maths.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh, that's millions, Ryan. Nope. Nope. I know that
Aliens.
the players would like that.
We're all level 20.
Apparently so. Like, even if I divided that, I think, yep, these would definitely get up there. To be fair, would the game be any easier considering half the time the problem is working out what to do, not how?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Higher than
The problem is working out who to do.
Yeah.
that.
And I think we
Hey,
established
yeah.
maths. Yeah.
Maths.
Okay, what was there? 4 people? Yeah. So. Right, everybody gets to add. Well, let's be kind and say 550.
5,050?
No.
500?
550 each.
Ah,
Bringing us to 7,350.
7,850, no?
7,850.
Yeah.
Wait, what? 550?
On top of the 7,300 we had, yeah.
We had 7,300.
I did. I don't know what
I
you
didn't.
had.
I was 6,800. Should I not have been? Okay.
Let's have a look at TI tracker. 7300 is what's the last thing stated
Okay,
in
I
the...
must have forgotten to update it. 7,850 will do me just fine.
I was going to say, because yeah,
Thank you very much.
6,800 is what you joined on.
Yeah.
And then 7,300 is the last known thing. There's been no XP for a bit, and then...
Was that the night he was off? No.
No. So what was
Where
that
was
earned there? That was 550 at the moment. 550. What's your new total? Sorry, 7850, isn't it?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. Is that any kind of checkpoint? I don't think it is it? These have just ticked over into 5, so it's not. Okay. What is the next checkpoint? It's pretty big,
Okay.
probably.
Book's under a pile of shit. So I'm not gonna get it out.
14k.
Okay, well, we're more than halfway there.
Yeah.
Are we? I don't know. I don't do math.
Living on a pier.
I was gonna say 14k is the next level. That's not bad going. For a fight.
Yeah.
The next level is the deepest after all.
Yeah. So, anyway, this guy. So, while he's catching his breath, kind of like puts his sword away, very knightly, as a person who clearly wants to make an impression like he's no longer hostile to you people, right? Very symbolic,
Mhm.
you could say. These are all still blessed momentarily as well,
Okay.
as Adair is still in the air.
I was literally trying to find how long I could stay levitated for.
It was like, I think 10 minutes.
Up to 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe like 96 turns or something left of it. Yeah, so he says, my name is Lord Cantor Belem. And then
Hello, Lordy.
and he kind of
I
looks at
am
everybody.
here. As he shouts from up above.
Yeah. He says, I think it's safe to come down now. And as he kind of like chuckles.
I'm making sure area is okay. Make sure no one is come from sea again or from tree line.
He kind of shakes his head. He goes, the elementals were my mistake. I wouldn't worry about it.
Are you sure?
And he kind of just taps his sword on his belt with his hand twice. Like he's obviously just stowed his sword, so of course he's sure.
Adair will float down to 1 foot off the ground.
All this wind still kicking about you still does, you just kind of float there. Yes, watch all of it. To be fair, when you can, right?
Yeah, I mean, it'd look awesome as I'm chatting to him, just floating there.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, you should do that thing where you pull like your legs up and kind of like sit as if cross-legged.
Totally doing that.
Hell yeah. What about everybody else? What's Fleabite and
Leaning head staff personally.
I think obviously.
guess after.
Yep.
Like after a minute, my two mates just spoke.
Yeah, and so does his concentration on bless, because there's not really any point like holding on to it now. So all that vanishes. I'll get rid
Can
of.
you change my 20 foot to 1?
I can. Yes.
Oh, will you?
That bless.
Probably also yes.
That didn't work. Why did that not work? Let's change this to. There we go. Bam. Oh, what's that? It's a really jank thing to change, but there we go.
There we go.
If you type that, I think you can edit it.
Oh, okay. I'll do that in future.
It's like the little draw symbol.
The paintbrush, yeah.
Yeah, go in there and type tech, or go into text.
Yeah.
You should be able to do it, and then if you feel free to practice now, so that the future is easier for you.
I do apologise about my chair making a lot of noise.
So I made this just 32, so it was visible.
Yeah.
You need to click
I
on
went
it.
to highlight.
Yep. So you need to click on it, and then
There we go.
and then go down, drop down, change it to like that, and then white. There we go. All I'll do is I'll just get rid of.
Do I mess around with my font? No, I shan't.
No.
It's just a waste of time.
Yes, exactly. So there we go. Perfect. And then you should
There
let
you
you just double click on it, and it should let you edit it as well.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Now you don't hit enter to complete it, because that just makes that new line like I did 2 seconds ago. Just click out of it, and it should update
Click
it if
out,
you're changing
yeah.
it. Yeah. There we go. That's an easy way to mark height and nonsense like that, at least.
I shall do from now on.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about the whole aspect of me being 20 foot up. Does that affect my range? Because
It will in some situations, but we'll deal with that as and when.
when it comes, or
yeah.
if it comes.
Like, do you know the easiest way to deal with it, right? On like a map like this is, I am here and I am 20 foot off the ground. So that is like what? That would be you 15 foot off the ground if that squares the ground. You know. So my target is this far away. Measure that. Make sense? Like a side-on view.
I get you.
That's the easiest way to deal with that shit.
You've gone straight up to 15 and then, yeah.
That's the easiest way to do that nonsense. So we'll do our goddamn fucking trigonometry if we need to. But it doesn't need to be
more of this math.
math. Right, okay. So he's introduced himself and he's kind of just looking at everybody, and he obviously has had that bit of an exchange with Adair as he slowly comes down off his levitation and stays at 1 foot off the ground, which does look pretty badass, right? Impressions count.
Absolutely.
This guy's cape's probably fluttering behind him gently because of it, dramatically and heroically.
So I make him look good.
Yeah, you do. And he looks around and he says, "Are any of you injured?"
I believe we have all taken damage, but I believe my new friend here, the Wegner, he has done most damage.
Okay.
I've been better. Leaning quite heavily on his staff as I say, pleasure to meet you.
This guy like wipes away, like he does that thing where he puts his hand through his hair and pushes it all back away from his face as it's all like storm torn, and he says, "I think we've all been better on, better days." And he kind of nods, and like again, catching his breath. He takes a step towards you and puts his hand out to obviously shake your hand.
I'll take his hand.
Wabam!
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah. He holds you and says, "Hopefully that'll see you well."
Thank you. Name's Vanguard, by the way.
Belem. Lord Belem. He
Give him a
nods.
quick approving nod.
Do you want to roll religion for me?
Certainly. Cool.
And we'll see if you've came across any nonsense of this guy. No.
Oh, that is the worst roll I can make.
Nope. Nothing about this guy jumps out at you.
I mean, I would be intrigued to
Sure.
roll. I mean,
Yeah, why not?
oh!
There's that 20 you were waiting on.
I was waiting for it. It didn't come during the battle, but it eventually made it.
So, you, and it's quite ironic you know this, because there's just enough to place this guy, right? Just enough to place him with the Watchers of the Crimson Mirror, which is the organization that you know Eskel is both tracking down and avoiding.
Do I know that?
Yes, from his backstory, you will know that.
Oh, from when I knew him in.
Mhm,
Ah, okay.
mhm.
But Eskil's right now unconscious next to a boat.
Yes, convenient, isn't it?
And has he clocked Eskil? Or has Eskil clocked
Yeah,
him?
like
'Cause
they saw each other at the start of the last fight.
Right. So is this okay? So I'm kind of like, damn, I wish he was here to ask him questions.
Yeah, right. It's almost
Yeah.
like that one person who cares about the Watchers of the Crimson Mirror is out for the count. I hope nobody's checked on him.
I did from up high, you know.
Of course, yeah, of course.
asleep. He was definitely asleep. I see you are one of these watchers. I've heard of some stuff from your peoples.
He kind of
Not all good.
started like shake his head and he goes, "You have a good eye. However, you are mistaken. They have sponsored my journey, but I am not one of them."
Oh, they sponsor you. This is why you look like them.
Yes, a necessary evil, you could say. I am, in
You
fact,
believe
needing.
believe them to be evil.
He kind of laughs and he says, he looks around and he goes, "I'm sure these men didn't consider themselves evil."
Do you mean these men were part of watchers?
Like I just shakes away and he looks back to Vanguard. "So, why were yous here?"
Oh, we've been headed towards the coast to try and get our bearings. Journeying towards, what's it called? Barris?
The Birimur.
Birim.
Barris.
Larben?
Yes, Barris is exactly
Barris.
that's the mythical city you're looking for.
Yeah, okay. I'll put it a different way then. We're
Is it-
seeking out
El Dorado.
Barris.
And he kind of looks and he goes, "I see. Well, I wish you great fortune on this journey. Would you mind a companion? I am heading to Evershade myself, which I believe is in a similar direction."
Oh, do you know of where we head? Do you know of it? The location?
I think lots of people have heard of the city of Barris, but I do not know where it resides, merely that it is rumoured to be in the mountains. And gestures
God.
vaguely in the direction of mountains.
Right. We were hoping by getting to the coastline we'd we'd be better able to get a view to the mountains.
And he kind of like nods and kind of like scratches like he's at the back of his neck a bit. And then he says, "Well, I am travelling to the city in the shadow of the mountain. You are welcome to join me and then leave from there, or if this is where we part ways," and he kind of like stands up a bit straighter, as if waiting on the response.
Well, we are going to be traveling in this direction anyway, so it is better to travel in numbers, as I doubt we are going to be taking the boat.
And he kind of like turns back, looks at the boat and kind of laughs and goes, "Yes, grim business, boat travel." And he kind of nods.
Yeah. You see, you are the one who brings the elementals. What do you mean?
He smiles like awkwardly and goes, "Another one of those necessary evils, unfortunately. These fine gentlemen," and he walks over and kicks the body of that guy there, were working their way swiftly through what remained of the crew and passengers. I did not know what else to do, so I summoned the elementals.
Oh. So were they a part of a regional crew, or were they stowaways or pirates?
He kind of just looks at them and goes, I did not exactly take in people's occupations. I merely took my place on the ship and kept to myself. As you can imagine, travelling is dangerous enough without broadcasting every detail of one's business.
Da. Is there things on board that you would recommend we gather for trip?
And he kind of just looks and he says, take what you wish, none of it belongs to me.
I'm gonna start rifling through this.
Yeah.
The guy you booted, yeah.
Dangerous days.
Mhm.
Best to.
Like how you're saying this, throwing things away, that are useless.
Yeah, chucking crap out. Best to take what we can and stick together. The
Da.
roads are full of danger.
I'm going to float over to... where's the lead guy? That's him, isn't it? Under
Yeah.
that X.
That was the orc. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
some sort of orc-like being.
I would like to make my way over to him, if possible.
Make him away,
Do I
don't
find
yeah.
anything? Do you want a roll?
Yeah, so you can all let me know what you're doing, then we'll decide what needs to happen. So, right, you, Adair, move your guy over. I will have.
Am I limited by my normal distance, or are you okay if
You
I
need to
disagree?
drop to the ground and get rid of
Well,
levitation.
true. That is true. Curses. I was hoping to... of course I can't move at all and levitate.
Yeah.
Damn this world.
Oh no, that amazing spell you have is just one weakness. Yep.
I mean, it's not called fly.
Yeah.
Not yet.
hmm
It's true.
There we go. Right, so
It's quite.
that's
Do
me
you
on
know,
the ground.
weirdly, so fly is quite a Marmite spell in D&D, right? Because people either always take it or never take it. I don't see people that always think about it. Maybe people either just say, "Oh, I definitely need fly," or they just I personally never take it. But
I don't think I've ever played a character that could get it.
yeah, it's an interesting one. Despite its
It's
uses.
something I would bother taking. I would maybe enjoy it on a character that has it innately.
Right.
Oh, can I say, for my...
So we're gonna go loot this guy. Yep.
For my touching the ground, I just gently cross my legs, and I'm at the perfect height for my feet to just gently touch the ground.
Nice.
So that it looks smooth as...
Roll performance.
You were going to say that.
Why not? Let's just see. How often does that come out? Right. Look at that. See, it does look pretty damn good.
Sweet.
Hell yeah, right? It isn't that you kick sand into your eyes or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
Don't lose a shoe when I'm trying to land.
So you head over this way. Fleabite, any preference to what you want to do? Like,
So I think all the daggers that were thrown.
I assumed you were going to do this, right? I assumed you wanted a dagger roll, right? So can you roll me a D10, please? Okay, you get 19 daggers.
Yay!
Can you carry 19 daggers? Do you have the capacity to carry 19 daggers?
How heavy is he?
Well, you have a dagger on your sheet already, right? So you can just put at the start of that it's 19 of them.
Well, now isn't it 20?
Well, if you've got a dagger, yeah, it'll be at 20. Look at us all doing addition.
Did any of these pirates...
Let's do
or
it one thing
whatever-
at a time. One at a time, please. Let's deal with Fleabite's dagger problem first.
So
Since that was the one I was waiting on. So what?
71.
Man. Also, what's the one at the bottom of your list?
Oh, so that was one. It was thrown straight at me. I thought that it worked.
Okay, cool.
It was
Yeah.
more just to remind me.
No, cool, no worries. But yeah, get rid of that one, because, yeah, as you search the sands, they give up 19 daggers, since there was probably that many thrown anyway,
I know.
right? It's so fucking dumb.
Turns out the cargo of the vessel was daggers.
Actually, the boat's just made of daggers taped together. The dagger of the sea.
Maybe the boat.
That's a great name for a
was the
boat. by the way.
daggers we found all.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so
Give up. I'm sorry.
you were wanting to search this guy, Vanguard.
Yes.
Do you want to roll
this guy.
investigate for me?
It's
Okay.
not a good roll.
Nope, but I'll get back to you.
He's not resisting, to be fair.
No, he's not. He is not resisting, but he is quite scorched though. He's quite toasty.
Some of my best friends are quite toasty.
I think as well. In fact, no. Was this not the guy that got killed by the thunderstep? Actually, I think he might just have been the guy that got outright killed by the first thunderstep. So I think he's just mostly like pasted on the ground because massive sound waves crushing him as he smacks into the ground. I think that's what this guy died of. Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah, because this is the guy that shot you multiple times. Yeah. Okay, cool. Anyway, so Adair, you were asking things.
Just before I search this guy, were any of the said pirate dudes using a crossbow or hand crossbow for ammunition's sake?
Let's have a look.
Because I recall one guy stayed back, but I think he had a bow.
I think it was
so,
the bandit dude. So let's have a look. Little dwarvy
Didn't they
ones.
have crossbows rather than hand?
Light crossbows, and I don't think the ammo carries. I don't think it's that different because
Very good.
let me have a look on the old player's handbook, and we'll see if there's light crossbow versus hand crossbow ammo. I don't think, I think in real life they're very different,
They are.
but in D&D I don't think D&D cares.
I think because I am an archer, I care.
Yeah, like me, I care, but I don't know if D&D does, and if D&D doesn't.
D&D should.
It just says crossbow bolts, so it doesn't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I will be going over to that dude in a wee bit because, well, I'm next to this orc, this dude here.
Yeah, we'll
so
do it step by step, right? So
Yeah.
right.
So I would like to search this guy. I believe, what was his weapon that he was using to? What did he kill Uno with?
Great sword.
No, great sword, yeah.
Great sword.
I kept on assuming it was axe because orc racism.
Yeah. Do you want to roll investigate for me? We'll see what you find as well. Yeah,
Didn't
Fleabag.
miss every great sword.
Uh,
Wasn't it? Was probably the dagger that he killed it with.
no, you're thinking of the other guys, the bandana men. They would do like scimitar, dagger, and their scimitars always missed. This guy did really badly on his 3 scimitar his 3 greatsword attacks against Vanguard, I think it was. And that was just incredible luck.
Throwing knives.
Oh yeah, it was crazy good at throwing knives. Yeah, just pure rage fueling him. Right, so on this big orc dude guy, you find you've got the great sword, obviously. He's got like, do you want to roll me a d6, please?
Oh,
4 daggers. Right, so
Big ears bigger.
I hear daggers. Trying to think what else they'll have. Right, so I'll do a little treasure roll.
Like some gold.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that just now for this warbam. And we have... Yeah, we'll do all of that. That looks good to me. I'll paste this in... Okay, so this is the combined loot between the guy that obviously Vanguard's searching and what this orc guy has on him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the combo that you just can pull together.
What's
So it's like a whole bunch of precious stones.
Oh, stones. Okay, right. I'm just like, what? I mean, when it comes to gold, I'm all right, but I do enjoy like things that look nice. So
Yeah,
I really like
and like between them, you can probably guess that these people have like obviously taken a lot of the precious stones from people traveling, right, on the boat. Yeah, right.
Are
So
any of them still set in rings or anything?
no. So that is done. What else do you want to do, right? Because technically, I guess there's still like the 2 bandana men. So
Yeah, I would like to search everyone, and also I'd like to remind Fleabite that there's now horse meat available.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that.
so what's your crossbow bolt situation at the moment, Adair?
So at the moment, I believe I'm at 14 out of 20.
Okay, cool. So you can pick up another crossbow bolt case with 20,
Ooh.
and you can top up the one you've already got.
So how much does that give me in total?
It really bugs me you don't actually have a crossbow case. Why do you not have a crossbow case?
Oh, that was part of my inventory. Quiver. Yeah, 1.
Quiver isn't a crossbow case.
Oh, is it different?
Yeah, a case of bolts. So
Wait, so they don't care about the arrows, but they do care
Wabam.
about...
and wabam and wabam. And yeah, and you've got arrows in a quiver. Like,
I think the arrows is that when we redid this
no, I think
sheet,
did you just rename shortbow to hand crossbow? Is that what you did? I feel like that's what you've done.
Maybe.
So don't do that, and
I shan't.
fix your crossbow bolt situation.
Right.
Right, let me edit this, and so I'm gonna move this so that. Oh my god, what are you doing?
I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing.
Yes, yes, you are.
I still don't know how to work Roll20. I'm sorry. It's so
Why is
rare that we do.
Right, see that? Can you see what I've done? Can you see how there's crossbow bolt case, then bolts, then a crossbow bolt case, then bolts? Do you see
Right.
why I did it that way?
Uh-huh. Right,
Okay.
okay.
Now, get rid of your arrows, get rid of your quiver, they don't exist.
How do I delete off this?
Right, so see the little lock symbol at the bottom?
Add lock down the bottom.
Click
Right,
on that
I
and then,
remember.
there you go.
Showed me the first day.
Okay, so get rid of the quiver and the arrows.
Arrows.
Okay, and then
Sure, everyone else is okay.
and then at the bottom, obviously lock that back up, and then put crossbow bolts at 20 and the other crossbow bolts at 20. Because one case holds 20 and you like equip a case and you pull them out and put them in the... So it works exactly like a quiver, it's just different.
So I put 20 there. Have I put that in the right place?
Yes. And
Cool.
20
And-
and crossbow bolts again. So obviously like to like equip a new case, that would be like an action, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just pop in 20 there and 20 there. Wabam, wabam.
And you've created the other. Thank you.
Technically, it did it when that got added itself, so that's fine.
Oh,
Just ignore
yeah.
this other line. We'll deal with that in the future when it becomes necessary. Don't worry
So
about
other resources I'll ignore.
it. Yes,
Yep,
anything
yep.
blank. Perfect, good. That makes sense. So we've sorted you out for bolts. That would be your
Thank
second
you.
thing you did. Right, so Vanguard technically you acted first, technically. So what do you want to do for your second thing? Because he's done 2 things now.
That's a good question.
You've got
So this
Can I-
lad's been thoroughly looted.
you've got two bandana banditos.
Yeah. So here.
Yeah, so-
Bandana lads, yeah.
I'd suggest you probably just go to the top one, right?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Also, I want to go and check on
Mm-hmm. Good old
I've
Eskel.
forgotten his name.
Eskel.
Eskel. Because it's a
Oh.
weird name. Anyway. But I'll do the rifling around first.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know him, so I'll check on him while I'm up there. And I'll realise he's still alive after I've
No,
done this.
you go to rifle through him and he wakes up, is what you mean. Obviously, scimitar and a dagger on this guy, obviously, if you care about that, but I'm going to assume you're going to be looking for something else. So can you roll
I'm gonna
investigate?
go looking. Yeah. I will shout out though, just in case anyone needs. Nice weapons. Not much use for myself, but
Boom.
it's a good dagger.
Ah, you fully beat. More daggers.
20 daggers!
Just lift it up off the dagger if you want. That's quite good. It's nice quality, I think.
You find specifically on this guy.
Mm.
Keep in mind the top one is the stuff between the other two. So you will need to decide how you're divvying that up.
See those stones? Are any of them green?
I doubt it. I think turquoise is the closest, I think, out of all of those. But even at that, that's a stretch.
80 gold poo. What are kupa and copper, silver?
Yeah. Keep in mind, the rule of 10 and magic currency exists in this world. So you can tap money up.
Or down?
Exactly.
Tap
I'll
it,
need
yeah.
to learn how that works first.
That's fine. Put it all in as is. I'll teach you it in a second, right?
Okay.
Heavy breathing from Fleabite at the moment.
Like a bath of copper for him.
Well, it looks like this lad's rifled through a few pockets himself.
Yeah, he definitely seemed like he had like hoarded a
Shaking
lot of
my head in
this.
disapproval as I do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Complete hypocrisy.
He's dead. It's not his. not
It's pronounced hierophant, not hypocrite. And yes, I am proud of that. Anyway, Fleabite, do you want to raid the bandana man next to you?
Yeah, I'll probably take a bite out of it.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you want to roll perception first then, and then
Sure.
investigate?
Perception.
Wagner, see the stuff that was found between us? Do you want to just split that evenly?
In terms of value, I take it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Makes it nice and easy.
Well,
Done.
wouldn't it be easier then, right, if most of the stones went to a deer? And then whatever the division is. Because obviously there is more than there's more than 60 gold. Deal with that quietly between the two, and I'll deal with Fleabite. So, Fleabite, the man tastes a bit salty, not nice. Very, very poor meat, in fact. And do you want to give me an investigate check now? Probably considering what Fleabite has eaten in the past, is probably a reasonable meal. Quite frankly. Let's see, what do you get?
He's not trying to eat me back.
Which is a rarity, right? Wow. Wow. So, the same level of roll, right? Same level of roll. Do you know, I'm just going to send all of it. I would have edited this a bit down a bit, but I'm just... Fleabite, here you go, buddy, apparently.
What?
Read the second last thing.
Holy shit.
Bag of holding.
Holy shit.
Oh!
What?
Like, yeah.
Who did he search?
Spell scroll alter self. Ooh, iron dagger. Is that different from a normal dagger?
No.
Oh. Wait, are all daggers worth 25 gold?
No. Just that specific one.
Right, I see.
I actually have no idea how much a dagger's worth. Do you know? Let me just...
It's not in the description of...
It'll be, I want to say it's a couple of gold, right? I don't think it's going to be 25. That feels excessive. A dagger is 2 gold, yeah. So obviously this one's a particularly fancy dagger. So it seems. Now the only reason why I was like, normally I would trim that down quite a bit, but given how many dear god cool stuff and very Fleabite appropriate things were in there, I was like, I'm gonna just give all of that. Why not? I like that there's no actual electrum in there, but there's an electrum cloth talisman,
Yes.
which is glorious.
And the silk gloves threaded with gold.
It's so good. Fleabite comes out like a noble with a big bag over his shoulder, like,
What? I went to the wrong person.
hi, do you know, so you had a, see that roll that I did for both of yous? That was for a CR1 treasure hoard, right? CR1 treasure hoard. He had a CR 1/4 treasure hoard roll. And he lucked out.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's mad. But
I'm happy to take the 60, but how much... See, are you... Is that 2 times agate at 10 a pop, or is that
yeah,
2
so
agate,
an agate,
total's 10 a pop?
no, so the agates are worth that individual amount, and there's 2 of them.
Right.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how I was reading it.
Yeah, so there's 2 banded agate, so in total you have 20 gold's worth of banded agate, right? There's 2 of them.
Sorry, I was just counting up as
Yes, you
we're doing this
20,
in the background.
30, 40, 70, 90, or miscounting? I thought it was 100 the first time I counted, so it must have been.
Addition's the worst math. 1, 2.
But I'm
90.
happy to take that. The
90.
gems seem something that you're more interested in.
I like nice things rather than just coin.
Okay.
But
that's
you
fair.
got that other guy.
Oh yeah.
Whereas
I'm happy with the money.
I'll do the gems if you do that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you're actually putting the gems as is listed, obviously, on your sheet, please. Feel free to just dump it in the treasure and then sort it out later. Are you sorted there, Fleabite? Or do you need a wee bit of, like,
Jesus
you know...
Christ, though, that is a lot of shit.
Fleabite opens bag of holding, looks at it, closes bag of holding, empty. Oh.
It's like, empty bag. What's the use of this?
Wait, does he actually? Because Adair would recognise and grab.
Well, no, like I think even an empty bag, Fleabite would take. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a new outfit.
yeah, exactly. That's a hat.
Bag of holding. How much does a bag of holding hold?
I
Quite a
just
lot,
looked it up.
right? And how
500
much
pounds.
does a Skaven weigh?
What I want you to do as well, though, Fleabite, is in like your treasure side on the bio page, actually have bag of holding inventory separate to what you carry. Because that's quite an
Right.
important definition, right? And also have like, you know, your £500 / what you're actually carrying in the bag of holding, right?
Right now, just the purposes of
Convenience.
admin, can I just stick it all in the bag of holding?
I think you can assume it all was in the bag of holding.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. You open bag, it glitters to you, and you just go, tears.
It's like the briefcase in
Oh yeah, Pulp Fiction. hmm
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, the copper.
Closes back up. But yeah, like make yourself like a specific bag of holding inventory, because obviously if the bag gets stolen, it's easier to work out what was and wasn't in it. From an admin point of view as well. Yeah. And I don't think anything in that list explodes the bag of holding, which is good.
They explode.
Oh yeah, like, cause it's an extra dimensional space, if you put like a bag of holding in a bag of holding, they blow up.
Ooh.
And like they
Cool.
tear holes into like the astral plane and shit like that, so they're dangerous. Yeah, so that happens, everybody. So like, you all like start running around pilfering stuff, and this guy's just standing here like with his hands on his hip, like one hand on his hip, one hand on his like sword belt, leaning. And he's like, "So, I guess we're traveling in numbers then." As he looks around at everybody, just like raiding these people.
Sorry, do you wish to investigate these bodies? As we have gotten used to doing this to survive on road.
And he kind of just like waves his hand kind of vaguely at you, like, no. As I said, I lay claim to none of this.
Fleabit,
All for us. All for me.
Fleabit, Uno, do you wish to cut out best parts of... Oh, wait, no. I do not know if you know best cuts of horse, but horse meat is good. You plenty dagger to cut at horse. You go to collect meat?
Fleabite
Waste
claims
not,
it.
want not.
Fleabite claims in bag of holding, out of confusion.
I actually thought you were going to say Fleabite tries to put the horse in the bag of holding.
I mean, yes, that was basically.
Put the horse meat in the bag of holding.
Aye.
Surely.
Well, no, I
It's
was
a bag of holding. Right, it's an extra dimensional space, right?
Mhm.
Therefore, presumably,
A duck.
pretty good refrigerator.
No.
No?
There's no like suspension of time
Okay.
in a bag of
But
holding.
time wouldn't really matter if there aren't microorganisms.
Whichever time you open the bag will be, right?
I mean, you're part druid, right? Now, when it comes to collecting salt from the sea so as we can salt the meat so as it lasts longer, is that a thing?
Could probably try it with a survival roll. I've got 3 in survival.
So this tells me it's on page 187 of the DMG, which is utter. No, that's not. It doesn't. I can't read. It's okay. It's 153. Okay, cool. Maths. Sometimes it gets you.
Reading. Yeah.
It's a temptress and also just
Okay,
no.
so bag of holding. This bag has an interior space considerably larger than its outside dimensions, roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth. Let me just highlight that again, Fleabite. Roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. The bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet. The bag weighs 15 pounds. Make sure that's noted somewhere on your actual person. Okay, because that's an actual weight you need to care about. Regardless of its contents, retrieving an item from the bag requires an action. If the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and is destroyed, and the contents are scattered in the astral plane. If the bag is turned inside out, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again. Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures, minimum 1 minute, after which time they begin to suffocate. Placing a bag of holding inside an extra-dimensional space created by a Heward's handy haversack, portable hole, or similar item instantly destroys both items and opens a gate to the astral plane. The gate originates where the one item was placed inside the other. Any creatures within 10 feet of the gate is sucked through it to a random location on the astral plane. The gate then closes. The gate is one way only and cannot be reopened.
Any living creature was that?
I love how that was your takeaway from all of that.
Because seriously, what I'm thinking is
Yeah.
that would cover microorganisms, right?
Yeah.
Not where
So
I'm
therefore, give it a few hours, all the germs will be dead. Just keep it closed and it's perfect.
So the meat won't spoil.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
only microorganisms that need oxygen.
Okay, fair. But
Fleabite,
also presumably the ones that need water.
Can you imagine what
But if
magical
there is
microorganisms would
oxygen,
exist?
They'll be able to source it from the horse meat, that's fair.
Anyway, regardless of the science of a bag of holding, that is the stats.
Science.
That is what you've got, buddy. And I'm glad out of all the people that got it, you got it, right? It feels like the most torturous item Fleabite could possibly have been given. Keep putting things in bag, but bag not full. Fleabite not like bag.
It doesn't make click clack sound.
Oh dear. But there you have it, buddy. I'm assuming
I
that
did
was
look up just like
yeah.
how carrying capacity works.
Yeah.
Is carrying.
But the good thing about it is obviously it's the £15 you care about regardless of what it's got, as opposed to the
Yeah.
500, which is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now I don't need to worry about that.
Hmm. Which is nice. Like genuinely getting that, like bags of holding, if they aren't available in shops for like reasonable money, like I do encourage any GM to try and like at least hand one out during the first 10 levels if possible, because it's a convenience tool.
Scott's character had one, didn't he?
No.
I thought he had. No, my
Nope.
bad.
He just had a bag full of.
magic.
It's like
Brilliant.
because he's an artificer, like his spells are like flavored as chucking stuff or like gizmos, as a complete flavor thing, and you just mostly remember the most iconic opening fucking move of the game of him going into his backpack and just tossing the little black cube thing behind him that
You mean dropping?
magnified gravity. Yeah, oofed. Yeah.
Oh,
But anyway, sorry. Back in the scene.
yes. Gentlemen, I realize we are like, doing this, but should we be trying to maybe like bury the bodies in the beach? Do we show respect to these people who attack us, or do we leave?
The like Lord Belem says, I appreciate the thought, but I feel like, and he kind of looks up and you can hear like the distant call of carrion birds. He says, I feel like this may be a meal for creatures in need.
That is circle of life. I'm
Yes,
okay
yes.
with this.
crabs will get them either way.
Vanguard's probably got a crab hang off his elbow as he says that. You
I
know.
pat it affectionately.
Right, you head over to Eskel finally.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Do I need to investigate him, or do I just know he's alive?
Depends. Do you want to raid his pockets? Like.
You know what? I'll investigate. Yeah.
Hey, no,
I'll
don't
investigate
leave my
this.
friend.
Mhm. I like how like Vanguard, regardless of you saying that to him, still goes ahead and still like checks
Yeah,
him out.
what? Sorry.
He's my friend from back in the day. I trained him to do good work. Charitable
11.
work.
Do I know he's still alive from 11?
Well, no, like you know he's still alive. You can hear him
Yeah.
like
Just know.
breathing and whatnot.
Still alive?
So the investigate check was more just to kind of like gauge him. He has a quarterstaff
What
on
did I
him.
get
He's
from
got a dagger on him. He's got a whip on him. Like that's what you see visibly.
Yeah, I see he's still kinky boy.
Well, I'm not gonna take anything he needs. Certainly, that'd be.
I don't think you'd need a whip or a dagger or a quarterstaff.
Should. Well, I suppose your friend did help out quite a lot with one or two of those
That
pirates or whatever you might have, whatever they were.
he good.
Certainly,
good blade.
seems like a useful chap to have around. Only he's a bit worse for wear.
Should we maybe put on horse cart if we go by land?
He's quite heavy.
I come and help you move him, and we move him onto the cart. And I know we now only have the one horse, but he's still big.
We'll just need to take it slowly.
Or you could
That-
have two horses.
Wait, what?
Got a druid.
Hey, Druid, fix Uno.
That's not me. It's not me.
I mean, it depends how good your wild shape is, doesn't it? Oh dear. Also, I think that maths works out right for you, Colin.
Okay.
Factor of 10
So-
nonsense. Basically, like 10 copper becomes a
10
silver.
copper.
Silk gloves? Oh, what? Who's got the silk gloves?
You know who's got them? The most prettiest of Skaven.
So 900 silver, 9 is 90 gold.
I'm looking forward to Fleabite pitching them on his claws. Just
I even see that. A dare would turn
But
red.
then Fleabite's still like gesturing at his hand, very pretty looking. Yes.
Yeah.
1800 copper would be
18 gold.
18. So 40.
Basically, like the magical currency
Yeah, that's
money tapping
fine.
thing means the
It's
video game logic.
Basically, what you would get in a video game.
Exactly. It's believe it or not, I came up with this for the 13th Age game, the 14th Icon. But like because money was never important to that
It
story.
was never really an issue.
Yeah,
no.
like I just didn't bother. But that's when the idea hit me, going magic money.
We all
Yes.
either knew people who could give us money, had performance skills,
Yeah, you
or
were all
just didn't eat.
you were very trade heavy as a party. Quite
We're
frankly.
very self-sufficient, actually.
Yeah.
Like, we could send one of the party off to perform for food, or we could just not eat, which I was quite adept at. Yeah. Okay. Let's haul him on, and perhaps I can assist with this matter.
That I come over and help you.
So you want to like bring the horses or the horse closer? I'll just move
Yeah.
the horse up with the cart with him.
Wouldn't it be better the other side so it's next to the body?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. This is just a visual aid, right?
Oh, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a very.
It's okay.
person.
Do we need to make any rolls for that?
I mean, tell me what your strength scores are, both of you.
My strength, I have a +1 mod.
I have a -1.
So I wanted scores, not mods.
Score is 12.
8.
Yeah, I'll need a dare to make a strength check.
Yeah. Do I just click on strength? Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Oh no.
like, arguably you could use athletics if it's better.
Please.
Okay.
Maybe you don't
Oh,
get it
no.
up first go.
No, athletics isn't better. I
That's,
do
in that
apologize.
case, it's the 3, yeah. It doesn't make a difference. That's
It
okay.
doesn't.
So yeah, he doesn't help, but as you
I
start to...
stand there and
like-
kind of guide.
Vanguard, do you want to give me an athletics just to see how effectively this goes?
Give me
Because
athletics. I don't think this will be particularly good, but I'll give you an athletics. It's not good.
So, that's good enough, because it means that Balem will notice and be like, allow me to assist you, and then walks over and, helps.
Thank you. He
I-
revealed any looks, really.
I tend not to do heavy lift because, I'm more of a, floating type of person. I do not do heavy.
He kind of like puts his hand up and goes, there is no judgment here, friend. And just looks at you. He says, you survived the ordeal.
Da.
It's like,
I
Laughing
did
from
notice the
Fleabag.
floating. Very useful. Good skill
It-
to have.
It can be, but it's also kind of problem because once I go up, I'm stuck. I cannot do anything once I'm up. It takes a while to go back down.
See,
That
your aim seemed unaffected with
Uh,
such elevation.
say again, Ryan?
Your aim seemed unaffected by such elevation. I would say you were effective.
Thank you. I do have how you say a head for height.
He kind of just nods and then helps, move
Yeah,
Eskel
thank you.
onto the
right, thank you.
We're
I'll
back.
start work about in here,
Mhm.
here now.
Oh, get off. him.
Adair walks to the side, just like, it's good, it's good.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do here? Or yeah,
Should we just look through that last guy?
he was already accounted for. He was Adair went through him for the bolts and stuff.
Ah, I see.
Oh, Adair did. Right through.
Did we have a look just in the ship?
Nope.
We haven't looked at the cargo.
Well, I don't think it's
Well.
doing anyone else any good.
Do you want to give me an investigate check, buddy?
Yeah, agreed.
I'd like to say there's
Is there
enough
one
cargo
like-
for us all to go through.
You can do it with advantage if people are helping.
Oh, happily help.
Da.
This represents me helping.
It makes sense, yeah.
I go over to these crates to help.
You maybe want to strap the horse up instead? Maybe.
I thought the other guy was doing it.
You want to trust him with your horse? Your only horse? This stranger? Sure?
God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I got the horse.
Do you want to roll animal handling for me while we're doing this? Unless you've got like another situation, like justify what strapping the horse up to the cart as a single horse instead of a double horse, and then I'll come back to you. See, look at that! Wabam!
I'm good with Dos is my good boy.
Right, let's see what you guys find. Need things that feel boat appropriate,
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get filler dialogue.
Eight tons
you
of
see
it.
that over there? That could be. No,
This
To the
is
left.
mine. Mine. Mine.
I know, but there's you see under that debris there. There's something. It
No,
looks-
debris is mine.
I
and
don't
on
think
the
you
other
need it
cheese.
all.
Did you
A
see?
lot of it's just wood.
Did you say allergies or any other cheese? Like,
He did. He said the latter, I think.
man.
I didn't see any cheese.
Debris.
I mean, you say that, but yeah. We got the pun. It was just bad. Debris is bad. Oh dear. Let's see. What have we got? I think I can throw that in. That seems fine.
Hmm.
What else have we got? What makes sense? That looks like that's the exact same stuff.
One of Thea's old masks from when she was at sea.
See, you're saying that, but wait till you see what comes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right, can I quickly ask, the dude who's helping us, I want to say Paladin, I don't know.
Lord.
What was his name again, sorry?
Lord Cantor Balim. Yeah.
Lord Can. Could you put that in
I
D&D
will.
Beyond Discord or something?
Roll 20, do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad with words.
There you go. Why don't you add him into the NPC list? It's maybe a good use of me math type. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Why not? One of these two. Why not? Just because I'm nice. Well, bam. I'm going to post that into Roll20 though.
Roll of oh my lord.
Well, bam. I'll delete it from Discord, so we don't get confused. There you go. It was the second last thing that I was laughing at, because the pewter mask. And I kept that random rule in there because I thought I'm going to add it in because it's got a pewter mask in there, because that felt very, very fitting for somebody at sea. Pirates at sea. Theo used to be a pirate of the sea, which wears loads of masks. And obviously the last thing I did was that rope of useful items, because that's just ridiculous. So yeah, right. Who knew like taking on pirates that had a shipwreck is pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
A shipwreck seemingly caused by Lord Balim.
But he's still he's a good guy. I like him.
Yeah, totally good guy. I know that sounded really suspicious, but I don't. This is the only tone I've got.
Now I'm suddenly very suspicious.
Seems kind of sus.
Well, take anything you can't carry.
Is you saying this to Fleabite?
Yeah.
Hey guys, do you need hand over there? I've done the horse. I'm glad to come over and help you with whatever you have found.
Phrasing.
I think Fleabite is just like trying to stuff everything in the bag and probably does a quick.
Well, why don't you two as players decide what Fleabite gets into the bag?
Well, how much more can you fit in the bag is the first question then.
I feel like all of it.
Probably.
How much of like £500 is odd?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean none of this seems like it'd be that heavy. No, I would say
When you weigh up what Fleabite's carrying on himself already versus what's in the bag already, right? Like, you know, that should give you an indication of how much you can cram in. Considering you're carrying 20 daggers and you're not weighed down.
You know what? In that case, I would just be helpful and I'll help him shove it in the bag. No, I'm not taking it from you. Don't worry.
Yes. Just like with the mage hand, just also like shoving stuff.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, what does this tell you about this rat, right? Like, can win competitions at holding its breath, and
Come on,
can
don't bring
multiply
that up.
Through the magic of cheating.
through the magic of mage hand cheating. Yes, I think you slapped him in the back of the head or something stupid like that, or poked him in the side. Yeah.
I even saw the hand, and that's what distracted me. But it's that bit. I don't need to breathe.
Okay. Right. Any of that stuff like that you're gifting to anyone, or are you keeping all of it in the bag?
I mean, I feel like if there's anything that the moldy cleric.
I don't know if there's anything that would necessarily be like what is there that actually has special properties there? The robe of useful items is good, but again, like I'm armored up and I don't really need it. Might be useful for yourself or something. I don't know.
I think. Did you heal me during that fight?
That's a good question. I can't recall.
Actually, no, I don't think you did.
I think mostly it was the Lord.
Yeah, the Lord healed me a lot.
Yes.
He's a Lord.
He's a lord. He's fine. It's in the name.
And he has stated several times that he lays claim to none of this. That would be piracy.
He's a nice guy.
Legitimately, if he said he was random man, poor off the streets, I would be tempted to like show some sympathy. But my my ideals is literally the rich need to be shown what life and death are like in the gutters. So like, as soon as he said Lord, he just lost it.
Keep in mind, right? So here's something that you did hear him say though. He was sponsored by other people, which implies that he didn't have money.
I believe it was the Watchers or something.
Yeah, the Watchers of the Crimson Mirror.
I want to
They
say
sponsor
Witchers.
that name on the epitaph.
So just keep that in mind, Fleabite, that maybe this guy doesn't have a lot of money. But it doesn't mean to say that you have to give him anything, right? It's just me highlighting the fact that he was sponsored to go on this trip.
Keep that.
In the bag
Looking
with
over
everything
the
else.
arms, like, what do feathered bracers do? Are they special in any way?
They are bracers that seem to have feathers.
Then
Oh,
probably
yeah.
not.
I presume pretty much all of these are just flavor.
It is 100% flavour, yeah.
From their values, it very much looks like it.
Yeah.
I mean, that fine cloth gown, if I clock my eyes on that, I'm wanting it. I dare it's all about the physical things, not the...
Yeah, the fineries.
Well, it's a shame someone
I
kept hold
remember
of all
Road
that
Reviews
cover.
Islands being good.
It is, like, kind of a really useful dumb item, right? Like, it's a super useful dumb item. And I love it. That's what added it in.
Rogue has 2 of each of the 4. Oh yeah, you get the you tear off the patch and you get the item. It has 2 daggers, a lantern, a bullseye lantern specific, a steel mirror, a 10-foot pole, 50 feet of hempen rope.
Sorry,
oil, a sack.
re-say that's a 10-foot pole, not a pole? Like he sounded like?
This
Just
is
a random
Paul.
random guy called Paul who's 10 feet tall.
No, it's not a 10-foot pole, it's a 10-foot pole.
It would have been good to have the
This
10-foot
is
pole.
really just...
Paul, go and
this
give me a
is
leg up.
exactly what This is racism against the people of Ayrshire.
Wait, I'm in Ayrshire.
He's mocking my pronunciation.
So
Fair enough.
regardless of
I'm
this list of stuff, right? Who is likely to end up with this robe out of interest, right? Do we think it's going to go to the random source wizard that's turned up? Do we think it's going to go to a dare? Do we think it's going to go to Fleabite? Is it just going to get sold?
Seems like someone who can make use of it as a sneaky sort, but
I mean, it's already in my bag.
yeah.
But what I mean is, like, ultimately, regardless, like, who's going to end up with it? Like, if we just had to meta forecast that, is it Fleabite or is it going to be like somebody else? Because I think the other two wear armor, right? So
Yeah.
it's probably going to be down to you and Eskel, right?
Okay.
So is Fleabite going to give it away, or is it Fleabite's?
I mean, I think that one's Fleabite's.
Okay. Well, can you roll 4d4?
Oh, right. So we do that now. I see.
Yeah.
44.
Why not, right? It's exciting. Oofed. 10 other patches, right? So, can you make a note of this for the robe specifically, please, Fleabite? And does somebody want to just type it into Roll20 as I read this out? Right? So, Fleabite, do you want to just go into Roll20 and type robe? And then we'll just do it here first. Okay, so you have 2 dagger patches, right? So dagger times 2. This is the patches. You'll have 2 of all of the following, by the way, right? So bullseye lantern, filled and lit. There's 2 of those. So bullseye lantern times 2. Steel mirror times 2. A 10-foot pole times 2. It's like the best MacGyver item ever. Then hempen rope 50 feet times 2. You can just write hempen rope because that will be 50 feet regardless.
I was hoping the pole was going to spell it as Paul.
And then a sack. 2 of those as well. Right, so this is the 10 extra patches now, right?
What do you mean by patches? Sorry, I'm not familiar with this.
Well, so the rope has different patches all over it, right? It's like a random assortment of like your grandmother sewed you this type idea, where
Okay.
it's literally like a random cloak, and somebody's got loads of random patches all sewed over it, right?
Okay.
And
okay.
you tear them off, and you throw that, and it becomes the item.
Oh, kind of. I want to say like a Boy Scout would have patches on his
Exactly.
arm, but
Yeah.
like Superman's S when he threw it in Superman 2.
Yeah.
Right.
The best superpower he has. Yes.
Oh my word! Yeah, and it was never mentioned ever again.
10 extra patches. It's probably in a comic somewhere, right? So, can you roll? Right. So, how do you want to do this, Alexander? Right? Do you want to do all the rolls first, and I'll work through the items as we just deal with all the dice rolls, or do you want to do them individually?
It's probably easiest to be.
Right, so I need you to roll a d100 10 times. And you can do them in blocks of 5 on the roller at the side. Or you can just type in /r space 10 d100. Okay, so the numbers, the totals don't matter, it's the individual numbers that matter, right? So, Fleabite, get ready to start writing this down. Somebody make sure that I'm paying attention to the right number of numbers, obviously. So the 13 is going to be a silver coffer. It is 1 foot long, 6 inches wide and deep, worth 500 gold. And then the 17 is an iron door.
Yes.
Up to 10 feet wide and 10 feet high. So it says up to, right? A barred on one side of your choice, which you can place in an opening you can reach. It conforms to fit the opening, attaching and hinging itself.
Find a good cave, and that's awesome.
That's Fleabite's cave at that point, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb. I love it. It's so dumb. So this is why I kept this in with that random rule. Okay, perfect. Plus all this stuff's in the DMG if we need to review it. I just need you to make sure you're very specific about what you've got so far. Right, 98. A portable ram.
Portable what?
Ram.
Ram, as in.
Knocking down that door he just put up.
Yep. Wow.
Not just a random, like, fucking goat.
Yeah.
Or a sheep, yeah.
You mean lunch?
How many people does it take to carry a ram?
I don't know, but I'm sure it's going to be in a book somewhere. Right, yeah, you did it in, portable ram. Good. Right, what's the next number? That was 98, we're at 73. A rowboat, which is 12 feet long.
Ooh.
It's just so dumb. That was 73. 50. Oh my god, a riding horse with saddlebags.
I'm very surprised. I just looked up portable ram. It only takes 2 people. You gain a +4 in a strength check, and one other person helps you.
Right, so that was 50. We're at 60. 4 potions of healing.
Way.
That's specifically 4 potions of healing. Yep, perfect. What's next? That was 60. We're at 11. 11's another silver coffer. So same jam for that. Man, the Fleabite is rich as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
What are we at? 30 now? 10 gems worth 100 gold each.
Oh.
King Fleabite.
Are they green?
It just says 10 gems worth 100 gold each. Fleabite walks into shop. Fleabite, pay with batch. All these gems fall out in coffers and the horse. Fleabite pushes the horse over and scoops all the gems back. Fucking hell. I love how GD is what you've put there, that's great. What's next? That was 30. 3. A bag of 100 gold. Just one bag of 100 gold. Okay, 31 is a wooden ladder 24 feet long. How specific is that?
That is actually one of the ones. I really wanted.
Yep, wooden ladder, 24 feet long. I love that. That's one of the ones I wanted. There you go, buddy. That's your 10 extra fucking patches.
You know, I'm glad Adair doesn't know about all this because he'd be crying.
Man, that is ridiculous. Also, what a good roll for the 4d4 patches, though, right? Like, getting 10 extra ones is great, because what's the max? 16? So, that's pretty damn good. So, yeah. Obviously, that's why I wanted to know who was ultimately keeping the robes, because I'd rather they did the rolls for all the random shit than, you know, messing around. I don't know, Fleabite, do you just retire to your castle
Yeah, I was gonna say,
now? Like,
Fleabite done.
Now I'm just giga paranoid that the cool stuff is going to be taken away.
what, like your patches?
I have cool things. That means I must be extra careful.
Yeah, you're now like, you know, at risk for your possessions. You're now one of those rich people that need to be shown. Just saying.
Oh no, Adair has an issue with rich folk.
And you also had an issue previously with Fleabite winning as well.
But Fleabite kept bringing it up, and then he did beat me. Whereas now, oh no.
Thing is, though, right? Fleabite is kinda dumb enough that you could trade him copper coins for gold coins, based on what Fleabite has done.
It's very true,
I
actually.
mean, that's not necessarily being dumb so much as being ignorant,
Okay.
right? Like, there's no way 8 is you want the shiny level of dumb, right?
No, Fleabite has this love for copper, whereas I have a love for items. So that way we're similar.
I mean, they're definitely similar.
But I think the way we're different is that Fleabite wants all this stuff, the money sort of for the money's sake. He wouldn't spend it.
Yeah, he's a baby dragon. Yeah,
Um,
building his hoard.
Whereas I think Adair would spend it on something cooler than just.
Yes, Adair would, if he had to spend money, he would spend it on. I mean, he's the kind of guy that would have 8 Lamborghinis and never die.
Yeah, just a different color though, obviously each.
Yes, each one a different shade of red.
Like, you know, since you were rich, you buy one every birthday. You know, bullshit like that. Just add to the collection. Yeah.
I know a purple Lamborghini.
So,
like,
back in this game.
Joker in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, right. Why not like that? That really successful movie.
Yeah.
It was quite successful.
Yeah,
Wasn't particularly good.
Speaking of though, this game. What's the plan now, guys? You've like helped Fleabite become a king.
Gentlemen, shall we take a rest or shall we proceed along? Do we go by coast? Do we go back into woodlands? Our friend, the Lord Billum, Lord Billum.
He kind of just nods, you know, as you're saying his name multiple times.
Well, you know what Adair's like for names. Lord Billiam. Bilhim?
Bilem.
That is what to say. Would you wish to travel by the coast? Would you wish to travel by the cart with our friend on and our horse Dos? It's like, what do you have come from coastal line, so you have seen way to mountain. We are still getting bearings.
Actually, my travels bring me from Torque, which you should all know is like a major human city.
But yeah, Adair's nodding but has no idea.
So yeah, like I think you do know about Torque. Torque's where your Thieves Guild thing was.
Yeah, but he still doesn't know where that is. He's got a terrible memory.
I mean, you're terrible.
No, it's more. I think Adair's distracted by how much his head is killing him still.
I'll
that's
move you
maybe
to the world map, just because it's there. Right. So here's that map. Like, Torque is like a massive human city.
Oh, it was very close to a little bit more. Never mind. Sorry.
Like, yeah. So he's sailed, presumably. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You went a long way for shortcut.
And yep.
Potentially know of the ruins with the students.
Well, that was
Halfway
like
in between.
that was more like there.
That was just outside a little bit more.
Yeah, it was like
That's not
yeah, it was pretty close. It's not to say that he doesn't know. It's just it wasn't that far away from the city. It was only like a couple of days walk away.
They're looking for a little guy with a bag. They're not.
Well, that's Fleabite now. Oh no. But yeah,
Fleabite.
he's
Now
he is talking about this place though, which is where he's going, which is in the shadow of the mountains. Evershade.
Evershade there.
I can't apparently point directly at it, but
So if he's heading there, it doesn't make sense to go by sea. So land is best.
but it maybe explains why they were coming in this way, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, probably intending to land about here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hence why the boat isn't huge, right?
Mm-hmm. So it can go in shallow waters. Well, should we just head along coastal until we get, to that sort of point, like there, and then we head in?
Makes sense. Yeah.
That'd be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to rest first though, or
Yes, I was.
Aye, maybe a
literally
good
saying,
idea.
Shall we rest before we move?
Might not be the worst idea. Wouldn't I don't know that I'd rest right here on the
Well,
beach.
The beach with the ship, it gives shelter. And plenty of wood to burn, and
Aye, but we'd be better sheltered a little bit inland.
can we build shelter like for overnight sleep? Is there enough land?
I mean, you could also just take that boat that's there and turn that into some kind of shelter, right? The rowboat.
Yeah. I was thinking just there is perfect.
I mean,
I know there's
Thank you.
bodies exposed, but
Yeah, I think it's a little exposed. Like go in the trees a little bit. Use the boat. We'll be fine. We could make some rolls of survival, and I think we'll be rearing to go.
they got an Outlander background kicking about? No?
don't believe so. I can't remember.
Did we lose all our Outlanders?
No, I'm a hermit. Why are we suddenly talking like this?
I mean, we are.
Charlatan, I'm afraid.
Fleabite, what is Fleabite's background? Urchin, right?
Urchin.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so we got an urchin. I think it's great that the most civilized out of like the three of you is probably the rat, based on the urchin background. It's just
Hey.
ridiculous.
How dare you?
I mean, charlatan, civilized, right? I guess.
Totally.
Mhm.
I mean, have you
Yeah.
met Bojo? Come on.
Oh,
No,
no.
it's civilized. It's just bad.
So,
Very different.
right, okay. So, what's the plan for like the rest? He's wanting to do it near the beach, where the boat as like makeshift shelter, because you could like sleep in the boat, right? It's just probably half of it's full of water.
Yeah, and probably more of it will be soon.
Yeah.
As it sort of gets dragged away by the coast. And
Well, I was going to say, how far does the tide line? Like, if I were to,
I think you could
make a-
if you didn't care about the fact that you would be, suffering from a possibly long-term exposure to damp after like months of staying in this boat, then yeah, you could probably get away with it. I don't think it's going to like wash out to sea overnight.
Yeah, we're staying there for a night, and if the coastline looks like the, I mean, at this point, is it high tide or low tide? Like, would we be
None
able
of
to
it
know
matters.
via what we see? All right, go.
Yep, none of that matters. It's basically a case of you just want to stay here for the sake of other people turning up to a boat. Considering where you are in the world, it's not the most
Very
likely.
unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good to camp here for a night. It seems safe. There's firewood. There's shelter.
Yeah.
It's the best place.
Can set up camp if you wish. Everybody agreed? Fleabite? King Fleabite with so much to lose now?
This is turn ship into bonfire.
Oh no.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, leave the ship as a little bit of shelter, a little bit of a shield from the winds. Just
Leave big the boat but we have all these broken boxes and crates. We can make
Mhm.
lots of fire.
You make a big fire, yeah?
make a
Fleabite.
nice fire just on the edge of the woods, shelter using the boat. That'll be nice and good. Good.
Fleabite, would you be up for trying to find pots on boat so as we can maybe make glue from Unos?
Oh dear.
That's a good idea. We should also maybe make some shelter for the other one.
Dos.
Dos. Aye.
I mean, Dos, he'll be happy once we tie him up to 3. Unos, he already gone. He's going to provide lots of dinner, but maybe we
He'll
make glue.
probably,
Are you going to
probably be
feed
a little cold.
Unos to Dos?
No, Doss is a vegetarian.
There's lots of leaf in chia. We'll be fine.
Wait, sorry, Doss is a vegan.
So, can you tell me who's going to go and do all the food nonsense and survival nonsense then? Who's going to take on that? Okay, cool. And who's going to deal with the campsite?
I shall attempt to deal with the campsite.
Okay, in that case, what's Fleabite doing?
Count as gold.
I mean, yeah. Well, was thinking like, is butchering Uno.
He's making himself useful.
When you say butchering Uno, you can definitely have a go at you can definitely have a go at it. It's the same role regardless. It's gonna be a survival check anyway. So what's the Vanguard going off to do then? Because if I thought you were so you're gonna do the kind of the slightly more honest.
Yeah, gather some bits and bobs for food so that we're not relying too heavily on our rations if we don't have to. Get some firewood, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Basic setting up camp
So
stuff.
nothing to do with the horse, which means Fleabite can deal with the horse. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do the horse.
Everybody give me survival rolls then. We'll see how everybody does.
Survival, survival.
The campsite's looking pretty shit. Well, I think you got loads of fruit. And the horse is a mess.
Oh,
Kurt, Fleabite, you can have eaten if you want.
Yeah.
Nobody else will want to touch that horse.
Wait, has he properly destroyed it? Like sand in the meat, everything?
Mostly Fleabite in the meat. It's not good. It's definitely not good. That horse is bad. Bad horse.
I hope Duos didn't see it.
With what he's done, are we able to, like, I know it's terrible, but can we make a glue? Like, we take the parts and shove them in a pot and melt it down.
I've seen it all. Seen it all. His passive perception was 10, but I just made it roll anyway. Because I don't think Fleabite was being particularly quiet. It saw all of it. It's horrified.
I'll feed it some berries and try and soothe it. Do you want to
No.
animal handling?
Hey, why not? Why not? Yeah, let's throw a wee cheeky animal handling in as you try and at least try and distract it enough so that it isn't just pulling against its restraints in any way. I think the Lord will help set up the. I just like calling him the Lord now. It's really fun. The Lord will now help set up the camp.
Lordy.
Yeah. I am Lord. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he sets up pulls some of the barrels and stuff, the less wet ones, right, and helps you set it ablaze because he just uses sacred flame in a very non-godly way.
Oh, yeah, it's good. Thank you, Lord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of nods and then starts to get himself a heat. You see him take off his boots and stuff and sit them close to the fire and whatnot because he's obviously got wet boots. Yeah, so he's going to take I'm going to assume a long rest here.
I
Yeah,
think that's a
feel.
wise choice.
that's the best.
Does everybody want to do their long rest nonsense now for me? And then we don't need to worry about it next session? Let's do that. Everybody long rest yourselves, please. So, spell slots go back to normal. If you're all willing to eat fruit, these will all be able to be fed without dipping into rations. And
HP goes back to normal.
exactly, because just no need for short rest hit dice at the moment. Trying to think what else resets, child divinities and all that nonsense. Yep. So yeah, you should all be back up to crazy strength,
Okay.
and
Nice.
we can log that in. The skill, where is it? Skill needs 550 XP and long rest. Just so that's checkpointed as well. And I think
I haven't used my hit dice, but see with a long rest, do they reset or There's a rule.
Are you missing any?
No, it's just an
You
inquiry.
get half back on a long rest. Yeah, it is rounded down annoyingly. But regardless of that, so
Yeah.
as you are all like sat around the campfire having a chat and whatnot, excuse me, the Lord mentions. So has anyone ever been to Evershade?
I do not believe I have. His name I do not recognize.
I can't say I know it either.
Any of yous that wish to can roll history individually.
But
If
you know what? I'll roll history. Have a think about it for a second.
I am looking.
Um,
Oh, what?
Ooh,
Fleabite, you want in this action?
I mean,
You've been around the city enough, right? Okay, so obviously Vanguard, you've obviously never really ventured that way, but like Adair, you've probably heard a lot of things about this place, and Fleabite to a lesser degree. So everything Adair gets is that Evershade is constantly in the shadow of the mountain, right? Hence its name, Evershade. It is a fairly
cool.
fairly human-centric city, right? Quite a lot of old money in Evershade, to the point where like really old families trace their like bloodlines back to Evershade, like proper like old Gothic-y city, right? And yeah, like nobility would trace itself back there. Like the lineage of Torque probably came from there, right? Long ago.
I'm suddenly raging that I never said goodbye to Cognac so as I could steal his family ring because they're
Right.
probably from here.
No, because his family were snake people.
Yeah, but they're old money, aren't they?
Yeah, but from Aztalush.
not humans.
Yeah, they're a Yuan Ti, so they're not humans. They're from Aztalush, which is way up at the. If I go back to the world map, that's like
okay, yeah. No, I
Like-
remember.
see it here,
Mm-hmm.
like a way up. Aye, so like where you are, this is like the big kind of tropically crazy area that's the snake people originate from.
Cool, never mind. I don't regret not stealing from Cognac.
But like still nobility, right? Regardless.
Yeah.
Just different types of nobility. The as I said, mostly human. Lots of disreputable stuff still happens in Evershade though, right? Like its name's pretty apt for its clientele as well. Like Torque, pretty generic medieval-esque type fantasy city. Mostly human, like 99% human usually.
There wouldn't happen to be a well-known thieves guild of the area, or like a leader of a thieves guild.
There specifically isn't, but you know thieves go there. But there is no thieves guild representation there.
kinda like
Which
that.
means it's clearly in like somebody else runs that, right? And you'll know enough of that where like your time in the thieves guild probably taught you that the thieves guild are not allowed to operate there.
Yeah, that
And
makes
that-
me think the big boss is there.
Right. So yeah, and who is the oldest money, right? The guy that takes all the old money. So
Exactly.
yeah, so that's the thing. It's people don't travel there for vacations, right? It's not like a well traveled to city. It is in like the shadow of a mountain. It's bit spooky, right? Probably ghost stories about people from Evershade traveling, right? There was a traveller in the night and he was from Evershade and he vanished without a trace and bullshit like that. So
I want to say Edinburgh in winter.
I mean, sure, you could say that if you want. If there was a lot more spooky forests around it, yeah. So yeah, like Evershade's quite a like a really old historical city, I guess. Yeah, I guess you'll go with that. It's good. Anybody got any questions about Evershade since you've got 15 and a 20? Like, you feel free to ask more stuff. Just in case I don't think of a detail to tell you. And MD can ask this out of the three of you. It'll just be things that Adair knows, obviously, specifically.
Yeah. I don't think.
Is it like
They're sorry.
What's that? Sorry, Fleabite?
Is it sort of like trying to think of the like sort of the where humans sort of originally were.
Like a lot of people believe that's pretty much where everybody from Torque came from. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, but there's obviously humans everywhere, right? Because obviously, like, Ringstad was full of humans.
Yeah, but I mean like the sort of ancestral home of race as well.
No, that nobody really knows where that would be. Humans have just always kind of been around, right? Humans seem like there are a lot of rumors that humans maybe kind of replaced the Genasi, but
See,
yeah,
I'm suddenly realizing is Adair doing well in these roles because this is the stuff that's been implanted in his brain as knowledge.
by the people not native to this existence. Yeah,
Yeah, but they
Um,
know of my people and the history.
yeah, right. It's weird, but
So it's slipping out.
I was gonna say
I
this.
shouldn't.
Yeah, this is Ryan's Roll20 hacks again. Yeah, make Adair good. Boop boop boop. But yeah, like so. That's something you'll know. Anybody else got any other questions? I think I used it. There was
They're
other
in the
stuff.
shadow of the mountains, but it's an old retirement town-ish. So where are they getting all their food and everything from? Is that info I'd know, or
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it?
yeah?
Right.
Surrounding forest.
I was gonna say, like,
There's an answer.
it is fairly contained. As I said, people don't usually travel to it unless they need to. Obviously, because there's a lot of money there, a lot of business people wish to venture there, but getting from Torque to there is difficult, as you've seen from the world map. Same with Little Bellinor. Getting there is actually just a nightmare. That is it. It's just in a really awkward place. The terrain is not nice, and this guy obviously wanted sponsored to go here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Has anyone asked him why he's going there and how he got sponsored?
no. But how about
Yeah.
we have that as the last thing you ask him then?
Hey, Lord, Lordy Lord, oh Lord,
Yeah.
how is you getting sponsored by the Watchers to go to this town? Why are you doing this? Why do you not care about like making sure you've got part of percent of stuff we find? Why you do what you do?
He kind of looks around, and can you roll persuasion?
Try.
Mm.
Wait.
And we'll see what he says next session.
Yeah.
It's alright, it's
I
good.
knew.
It's a good cliffhanger.
I knew.
Right, okay, naming the session, guys. What do you want to call it?
I really want to call it Oh Lordy.
Right, I have one suggestion.
Oh lordy, lordy, oh lordy, lordy.
Lord. Yeah.
My suggestion's in. King Fleabite is that suggestion.
Feedback.
Mostly because of how much fucking luck his loot rolls got.
The
My
flags to riches because pirate ship. Well, not really, but listen, it's close enough.
I mean, Flags to Riches is. Yeah, that's pretty much on the nose for that one.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I like it too.
One thing I value.
I think
being
Fleabite's one would most likely be rags and riches now, I feel.
rags and or riches.
Yeah, he collects both because he doesn't know the difference.
Okay,
I like that, Rags and Riches.
I guess I'll type it in as well as another one.
Enjoying this strong statement of support. Thank you.
Say it in it.
I would probably say a lot at the beginning. Why?
Oh, the.
What
Oh,
about
crap.
the storm stuff?
Yeah,
No,
there's
we-
something happened. We're like, oh, that's the episode title.
What was that?
I
So-
do dimly remember someone saying something like that. Yeah, that.
I didn't write it down because I thought that's what everyone was going to remember.
No,
Yeah.
I just have a lot of maths on my sheet for the notes, so I did not write
That's-
anything down.
Oh no, it's the Storm quote from X-Men.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what it was. This is what happens when, or do you know what
What
happened?
happens?
Yeah. See, now even saying it, I'm kind of like, nah, that's gone.
It doesn't really work with this.
No.
Aggrieved.
Right, we need a title, guys. Vote away.
I'm going to go for Rags and Riches.
Becomes a king.
So much gold.
Voted.
Yep.
How much go? I'll support that for solidarity.
There we go.
Rags and Riches.
I'll just accept this then. Sans any vote
Why,
for me.
that's a lot of gold.
Let's look at goals. So,
Goals, right.
any happen?
No, I believe you gave us during, so...
So that was XP for the combat. That's not goals.
Combat points.
Damn it, I should have asked the Lord how to
Yes, you should.
You
have
can do that
asked
next
the
session.
Lord. Are you guys convinced that I'm worth listening to that yet?
I mean, we still haven't had a proper conversation till right now at this fireplace, and you haven't said anything.
I mean, the thing is, though, his actions in combat could convince you regardless, right? It doesn't need to be him
Yeah,
saying
seems
it.
like a useful and helpful person, I would say. But we can leave that one.
It's more, if you want to convince, I see that as chat, whereas you have helped me with healing and stuff, and you saved my ass, so I'm good either way, actually.
I was going to say, to me, that goal does not need it to be talked about, but that is, as we discussed, it is a thing yous will both have to agree to say he is approved or not. Fleabite?
I would say with all the entanglement and damage soaking.
And the curse thing, technically, right? Even though it's a bit of a...
Yeah, would it even be necessarily noticeable?
Mhm.
And,
Yeah, just managing to do that, even though like you didn't necessarily help fight, but entanglement.
So from a player level, you are both all approving of that?
Yes.
Sounds like. There we go. Colin, move it over.
Okay. We can
Copy paste that over to the completed list.
copy past it. If it would let me. Done.
That's not the completed list.
Oh, that isn't. That's correct. Oh, Ryan. There's so many lists.
I run 3 games. I know.
Why wouldn't it
There
let
we
me
go.
Move it part of the way? Yeah, there we go.
Right, okay, good. Right, so that's
There we go.
so that's 1. Anything else?
I think Fleabite killed. enemies
Maybe.
in that
Who knows? No, I don't know.
confrontation.
No, I'm
I
not sure.
think the blue wind thing killed.
No.
What was it? 0.
Sounds like yeah.
No, I don't remember that. No.
Yeah, I think Fleabite, you might be right there, buddy.
Damn
Yeah.
it. Yes.
I can't remember him killing anything at all. It's not in my mind.
I was getting the.
This is
lay of the
Fleabite's
land.
last thoughts when he's being strangled to death by a dare.
I was getting the lay of the land, to be fair. You know, I was making sure we weren't going to be attacked on the western front.
They all say the lay of the land.
Yeah, you know.
Move it over to the completed list, Fleabite.
I think if you had been there like last week, you probably would have killed.
Nah, it's cool, man.
I mean, thing is though, like, depending on his roles though, because sometimes his roles hate him.
That's terrible.
Yeah, like, you're good at, like, the out-of-combat roles a lot.
Yeah, but in battle, my guy just sucks balls.
Yep.
Pardon my French.
I believe
Okay.
in French it is souk les balles. It's not. I apologise to anyone French or
Who's
French
listening to
adjacent
French?
who is listening to us now.
Whereas I do not.
I'm sorry. I will learn from this and do better.
Will you though? So,
I shall not.
any other goals?
I would like to add the idea of Adair wants to show a skill that he's changed since he last knew him, but I think that's a little too obvious.
Yeah, I
As
guess
a
just,
person?
that's maybe just role play really.
Yeah,
Because there's no like
That's why-
dramatic challenge to that. So before we move forward on adding new goals in, that is 2
Mhm.
goals complete. So you are all level 5, right? So what's that? An
Yep.
extra K of XP, right? As in,
Oh, it's not bad.
So we're up to 8850.
okay, so skill also gets in addition an extra 1k XP. Just says that that's noted somewhere. Yes.
That was a good
Well, I
sesh.
feel like if he was here, he would know better of his own goal.
I mean, yeah, these are all in play. Right, so new goals, guys. Right, we've got 2 spare slots in the general goals, and we've got, well, all of you have an empty personal goal. What's the thoughts?
I mean, general goals would be make it to, I've forgotten its name already, the Shadow Town.
Shadow Town.
Evershade.
Evershade, thank you. I knew there was a pun, and I'm just like, damn it.
Is it a
Shadow Town.
man? So like,
Evershade,
like,
make
so-
it to Evershade without, I don't know, combat.
well, that's a mighty request. Do you mean?
Yeah, I know.
So is it escort Lord to Evershade, or get him to Evershade safely? That could be a thing.
Thank you. That's why you're. The
So is
DM.
that a general goal then? Do you think? Since it
For
seems
all
like
of
it feels like a team effort.
It does,
Yeah.
and it seems like a sort of good little checkpoint on the way.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah,
Mhm.
agreed.
It's close to the area we're looking for, so
You could
If
also,
people are gonna ask
here's
people
another
about it.
random suggestion, right? You could ask people in Evershade about Barris.
That
Mhm.
does sound like a good idea. Agreed.
I'm not saying that you should need to, I'm just saying you could. Find a way to protect my loot. Would it, like, how? Like, how, Fleabag? Talk me through it. Like, what's the ultimate, like, how do you win that?
Didn't realize you played.
Yeah.
So basically, I want to find a way of
Password protecting your bag of holding.
yes, basically, and making it is like, as you said, like if it gets pierced or anything, then it like dies.
Oh, explodes, I think I said.
I want to try and find a way to like that not.
Okay, I don't know how that's going to work, but I guess we'll see. Yeah. Okay, so we've got escort Lord Belem to Evershade. I feel like we said safely in there.
Safely seems, yeah.
Like, because you could escort his body there if he dies in a fight.
Mean, would that be so wrong?
yeah. I was like, we made him out of glue. Come on, into glue.
We glued him to the side of the cart.
Cayman Unos, they make the perfect glue.
We have brought his glue. I hope that's sufficient.
Right, any
Lord Unos Bellum glue.
anything else then? So we've got one of those slots filled in general, and we've still got 2 empty personal goals.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm struggling to think of one for the moment.
Well, right, so Vanguard's managed to convince these people, right, even if he doesn't know it, right? Like,
Mhm.
these people now believe in you a bit better, right? So,
Which kind of ties into my general goal, which
Just-
I kind of want to pursue next, right?
right, okay. So, what's the next step on that?
It's a good question. What? Right. Obviously,
We're at 8850, aren't we?
embarrassed to get. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure what the next step in that actually is.
So is it, in fact, maybe try and learn something about how to get into Barris from Evershade?
I mean, yeah, getting to Barris has got to be part of it, so. A personal goal, there's no reason it couldn't be something that's more general,
Mhm.
if provided it's something that I dedicate myself to doing. Learn more about entering. Is it Barus?
BARRUS, yeah.
Learn more about entering.
Entering or finding?
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like...
Entering would require finding, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
un-
true.
unless falling luckily.
Mm.
I mean, that's an option, but it's probably not going to happen.
Okay.
right.
Adair, yours is an interesting one.
Yeah,
So, let's see.
every time we seem to meet folk, everyone's very quiet. So I wish to become the voice of the group, as in the diplomat of the group that would chat to everyone.
This sounds like... Right.
Terrible idea. Go ahead.
Sounds like you want to be the leader.
No, We're still a
what I was
group.
So, obviously, somebody takes the initiative, they take the lead. It's the face character, right? Whereas Moldy Priest and Rat, you're right, possibly not the most charismatic of the gang.
No.
As they both like stare at each other as Fleabite picks mushrooms off of Vanguard and eats them, like, you know, puts some into his bag. So yeah, how will you know when that happens then? Right? Like, because I feel like you'd need to, like, much like Vanguard's goal, you'd need to convince the group. Yeah, like you're the de facto leader. I think that's a good goal to have. Yeah, like it's almost like, you know, prove yourself as worthy of being such a person, right?
I mean, when it comes to battle, I'm kind of crap. But when it comes to social situations, I believe I've got the tongue.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. We've got a general goal then. So we've got escort Lord Blaine to Evershade. We've got Fleabite specialty. Vanguard is convincing the party to aid the Gith side as opposed to the Runestad side. Eskel's one about persuading you to help him rid the world of the Watchers. And then we've got a blank one. So if Barris is obviously in Vanguard's mind, reinforcing the bag of holding is in Fleabite's mind, becoming the leader is in Adair's mind. A lot of that reflection can obviously happen on the way to and or in Evershade. If you decide to go there and actually try and stay, use again, might want to start using Evershade for something else if that's where you're going to, or is there another goal after Evershade, right? That also is in keeping with Barris, because it seems like get this dude to Evershade, get to Barris, right? Seems like the two steps. So is it buy a shit ton of climbing gear and scale the mountain? Like, what is the plan? Is it like or adequately
I think it depends
prep
what
for?
we find out about Varys and we're there, right?
Yeah. I think it comes down to Wagner learning about Barris. Simply like how to enter, but also is it going to be a hefty climb, like a harsh climb where we need mountaineers like...
Well, I think you can assume it will because it's on the top of a mountain, right? That is like everybody's assumed location for it's at the top of this crazy mountain.
But it might just be one of those things. I mean, it may turn out that it's actually quite easy to find, but you have to know the secret waves or whatever.
There could be a magical element to it.
Probably is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but all that's kind of covered with Vanguard's goal, so is there something like else that you would need to do alongside that? Because
prepare,
right? So adequately prepare for a trip to Barris, maybe could be a goal.
Yeah.
Well, we won't know if it's adequate until after we've already entered
Yeah.
the trip. Yeah.
What about a general goal of research? Research Runestad, Lord. I've forgotten his name already.
Richter von Rune.
Richter, or
so he wasn't a lord; he was a king.
King, Lord. It's Adair. He never
King,
knows.
Lord, yep.
But would this town, possibly because they're old money, know anything about his family?
Depends. You could research that if you wanted, right?
I think. Should I put that in general or personal?
It's up to you.
Oh no.
I mean, there's goal slots available, right? I feel like your personal goal is still personal, whereas the other one is more general, right?
Yeah, it sounds fairly general.
And keep in mind, like, they're not like super specific, just named in personal and general for slight guidance, you know?
So learn about the Runestad. I really wanted to type clan there. The Runestad family.
Okay.
You might think of yourself as a clan, who knows?
I always think of myself as a clan.
And I'm going to update this because I think what you mean is the Von rune.
Sorry, I do.
Okay.
I know my spelling's atrocious, and my English is atrocious, and my words
So,
are atrocious.
when you say learn what? Learn if they come from Evershade?
Learn whatever we can, whether they came from Evershade. Do the Evershade old money know about them? Like, are they outcasts? Are they welcome? You know, just in general.
So, learn about the Von Rune family standing in Evershade is really...
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you see,
This
learn
is
about the
good.
Von Rund family is a
Yeah.
very vague goal.
Okay.
So, okay. That feels right, because then that would let you know if they were from there, right?
Yeah. And this is where they've never heard of them, and it's a waste to go. Skittish.
But you've learned that then.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's true.
Like,
Oh,
the only time it wouldn't work is if there was zero challenge to it, right? So if there was zero challenge to it, the goal's null and void. That's it.
right.
Goals don't auto-complete. So, there needs to be some form of participation involved, otherwise, why isn't the entire game worth XP constantly? But anyway, let's just fill up on goals, guys. Let's do wrap-up chat now. So, let's start off at the top and we'll work our way down the list then. Adair.
I'm glad Adair was able to just stand back up after passing out for like an entire couple of rounds. No one knows why, but it happened to his old friend. So clearly there's something going around on that beach. But no, really enjoyed it. I'm glad to be back. Sorry, work and life and all that jazz keep getting in the way.
Stuff happens.
But no, loving the fact I'm back playing D&D. I felt like I've been away from our month. Whereas I hadn't.
It does feel that way sometimes, to be honest. I get that as well. You miss like one planned session. You go, my god, it's been years since I've played. And it's
It really, really felt like that this time. I know it was only like, what was that, 2 weeks?
80 years.
It was good to have you back as well, by the way.
Thank you, dude.
Indeed.
But as always, Ryan, thank you again. I'm so glad you like me in your game. So,
Hey man, I mean, you're the one that asked for the Wednesday game, right? Imagine it's like, nah, I like the Wednesday game, but you have to leave now.
well,
we
technically, I asked Scott, who's already died off.
Yeah. I think so. He might still come back in a future game, right? Just, if he ever gets the mood to play 2 games a week, he's able to make a new character. He's probably welcome, so long as we're not chock-a-block character-wise by that point. So,
well, I shall work on Scotty because, yeah, I can.
Doesn't know.
plus, I mean, you could pick up somebody from Evershade if you get him in a reasonable amount of time, depending on how quick he's get there. So, who knows?
That's true.
Who knows? But yeah, anything else from that, bud?
No, all good. Once again, glad to be back. Happy as hell. Everything. I didn't die, so that's good.
Yeah.
And yeah, well chuffed.
Good. Fleabout.
Yeah, it's good to have Adair back.
Thank you.
I felt like there was a lot of pressure to try and use the opportunity last time, whereas now it's like, no, proper competition.
We'll have a breath holding competition again. Don't worry.
The last shot of the game will be both of you two holding your breath.
Holding their breath pointedly.
That was fun. I have been looking forward to using that mirror image spell for basically since I got it.
It was good, and it did help, right? Because one of them took a hit for you. It was good.
It's like if the combat had gone on longer, then there's still a pretty good chance that it will.
As if you're willing to be like kind of tanking in a way that you actually were kind of doing in this fight, right? Like it is quite a handy one to help tank. Like Fleabag is kind of a tough wee scrappy guy, right?
Yeah, exactly. He can actually take more hits than
you give him credit for.
He also does a lot of damage a lot of times. He's been awesome so far.
Yes, he's a nippy wee bugger. Yeah.
Terrible with directions, if memory serves.
We're not talking about how we ended up at this location in the first place.
No, because it really worked out for Fleabite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Fleabite took you to the pile of gold. He did not take you to where you wanted to be.
Miss, huh?
I sense a conspiracy here.
Oh dear. I smell a
I
rat.
don't know with whom or about what.
Finding this stuff is quite fun. I mean, I think I do feel like it's all just going to get stolen from. Like, I definitely feel as soon as something good happens like that.
So when you wake up from your long rest and the Lord is wearing every single item.
First Ryan giveth.
It's like, well, I was wearing all of this the whole time. He struggles to stand up.
Oh Lord,
If I just-
you look different. Oh Lordy, Lordy,
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
The clinking of daggers.
I think you're safe. You can imagine he's probably going to leave you your 20 odd daggers. Which is ridiculous.
I mean, I'm up to 6.
Sorry, Fleabag.
This is if you took 5 of them.
Hmm.
I only have 15 left.
That would be tragic.
Especially for Fleabag. That's how Fleabag is like, but I had them.
I think I will be working to try and like offload some of it.
I think even just from an admin playery mechanic, it probably makes sense that you divvy some of that around. Even if we just assume it is stuff that Vanguard had pocketed while scooping stuff in for you know. But I'm happy for you to like. I mean, I just don't think he's going to worry about paying for an inn anytime soon. Because I feel like if you get to Evershade, you might be able to get a pretty nice room.
That means we're relying on the generosity of.
You just hit Fleabag and money falls out of him.
Just start giving him copper for gold 1-to-1.
I kind of visualised it.
Lighter and easier to carry.
Just turn Fleabag upside down, shake him a wee bit, stuff falls out.
A boat, a horse, you know.
Does this cover the cost?
Those patches were glorious, by the way. That was so much fun to roll.
Those are brilliant.
Definitely keeping that. That's fun. So glad it is.
Yes, it's incredibly
In a
cool.
fit of
I like that just on a day you can decide. You can just decide I'm going to put a horse on a rowboat. Just if you wish to one day, you can just do that with patches from your outfit.
like, well, I was actually so happy to get the ladder because could that not theoretically go back in the back?
I think what was the dimensions again?
It was like
So the ladder.
cubic,
I was going to say
2 feet wide.
Yeah. So in theory, like if you summon the 24-foot ladder, it could probably go back in the back. Yeah.
Plus, does the ladder fold, which would make things even easier.
Oh, it's a modern ladder.
I was going to say I don't think it does fold, sadly.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
They have magic. You can invent folding.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's a
definitely
bit high
got
level.
The image of just like ladder continuously coming back out. The rather sort of Chuckle
Just
Brothers.
have the top of the ladder emerging from it.
Just always hanging out of it.
I just picture Mary Poppins in her carpet bag and you're pulling out a
Yeah,
ladder.
but you've got Fleabag Poppins.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fleabag Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
So he was a Time Lord nanny the whole time, as opposed to escaping. Okay.
Yeah, it all makes sense.
Yeah, I think Fleabag did really well this particular session, just based on ridiculous loot rolls.
Oh god, yeah.
Ultimately, like the I think the Patches jacket.
The robe of useful items, yeah.
Yeah, the robe is the
Patches jacket, yeah.
and the rest of it is amazing. I just love how the bonkers.
I mean, the fact that it was, as I said, that it was the bag of holding that sold me on just giving you the pile. So I'm like, I don't need to care about how this cart makes them a target anymore, full of shiny stuff. So that was good. It's good. It's always nice to get like a randomly rolled way to get like a bag of holding to a party for me, because I feel like it's a convenient item and I don't want to just hand it to everybody at the fucking start of every game, because that feels like it's an auto take, really, and it's just nice to have one in at least as many parties as you can get into.
Also, I feel session.
Sorry, what was that?
Is anyone in the party going to trust Fleabag to carry stuff?
Oh no.
No.
But I mean, that's fine though, right? Like you've got those patches. Was it 2 patches that can make sacks? So
Yes.
like you can give them a sack each if need be. You know, Fleabag's generosity goes as far as these patches.
Give an empty sack. I could put stuff in those.
That's true, and you could put those sacks into your bag of holding.
Why would you put that idea in his head? Come on.
I've played Divinity.
But like, I do just enjoy some of the random the stuff. I think the thing that caught my eye was the it was like just a jar, a stone jar. That I just really like having a random thing like that.
It's why I like doing the random roll stuff for the generator that I use for it, because I will only ever say, oh, whatever the weapons they had on them, and maybe a handful of money. But like, this was an opportunity of, these were clearly pirates that like killed everybody on board and took their stuff, right? So, and never mind whatever else was on board the ship at the time. So, it's a good opportunity to roll stupid tables. As I said, not a lot of stuff was appropriate, but like that was just fun, to be honest, to be able to just be like, well, I guess I'm just going to give you all of this shit, because why not? There's quite a lot of stuff I read a lot online of people cringing at having like, oh no, I've given my players too much gold. I'm like, is there a thing called too much gold? Because you can only do so much with gold that then still hits common sense for other people. Like, you can't pay someone to like do anything within, like, you can pay someone to do most things within reason though, but not anything. So yeah, I never have an issue with that stuff. Plus, you get to enjoy the shit, right? Obviously you have the paranoia now of losing it all, which is also kind of fun.
Yeah.
Fleabite does, the rest are fine.
Yeah, but at least you won't be starving if you hit like somewhere that accepts some form of currency, which is good. These are definitely quite well off, I'd say now, as a unit. You could maybe even get yourself like a fancier carriage.
Could we get dress? That way, Ross and dress?
Hey, if you say...
Plus 0.0.
I mean,
I think we should move on to a new naming convention.
What is your... Like, does anybody know offhand... Anybody know what their total gold as a party is at the moment? Like, any ideas, roughly? Ballpark? Because I was going to say, you might be able to find some kind of more magical way of transportation if you have enough money. Just depends on how much pennies you have, you know? But there are wizards in the world that might... Like, you might have a summon horse from Pokeball move, you know?
I already have that.
Yeah, once. It doesn't go back in.
Yes, horse.
You say that, but I was thinking about...
Oh, horse.
I mean, I was thinking about dress is going to be a mountain goat.
Right? Like, I mean, again, though, like, it doesn't mean to say they, you know, they vanished, though. But, aye. Anyway, sorry, Fleabite, anything else to add?
Yeah, nope.
Good.
And lots of fun.
Yeah, hopefully we've got a full party next time as well. Hopefully Eskel's able to rejoin us, ideally. Vanguard.
Yes, indeed.
You finally proved your worth.
I think I was quite useful in that fight, and therefore the thing the why am I having such trouble?
Who knows?
Yeah, therefore I think it was reasonable that people would go, that guy's it's pretty handy. Yeah, so no, that was good. It was good, nice little success, nice little first combat for this new version, this recent incarnation of the group.
And you got to try most of your stuff out, which was good.
Yeah, I got to flex most of like the spells and yeah, really take advantage of the character's build. So that was good fun. And also, yeah, obviously accomplished something while doing it, and now we're moving on up. So that was good. A successful session all round. Not super RP heavy. At the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a wee bit of dabbling. Yeah, we dabbled.
It was yawning again. It's that time of night, right? And yeah, no, I think all round very much a goodie, a fun one. I'm looking forward to next session. Got to do a bit of survival at the end there as well, because that's something that's a character sort of concept had kind of really centered on. I do a hermit. I really leaned into that, so it's always nice when
you've done pretty well with those as well.
Yeah, it's nice when you get to perform your role, like not just in combat, but as like a character more generally. There's just something quite satisfying about I got to do the thing that my character does.
Yeah, this is my area of the game. I did it well instead of rolling survival and constantly rolling ones and feeling dumb that you somehow survived.
It happens, right? You get some sessions where you roll the skill that you're good at, and you will get bad rolls.
Yep. Usually when you need it
Quite
most.
frustrating at times. But this time, we pretty much got what we needed to do done.
Mhm.
So, yay us.
And the two people in the party that tried to set up a campfire and prepare a horse for a meal, both
To be fair, probably should
badly.
have had me do it all.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
Adair was just bossing.
I just love that both yous jumped in straight away there. Oh dear. Anything else, Finger?
No. I think I've said my piece.
That's
Keep
good.
it short and sweet.
Mhm.
Leave the audience looking for more.
Indeed, yes. With our cliffhanger persuasion 19 roll as well, waiting to see what he says. Good old the Lord. Yes, that was fun, guys. Thank you very much. Goodbye to everybody on Twitch. If you are watching or rewatching, good on you. Thank you. Like, subscribe, all
Why
that
not?
nonsense.
Why not?
And remember, don't do drugs.
Yes, whatever he says, do not do drugs. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.